I mean, you subscribe to OnlyFans, so I don't know what.
Yeah, because Rachel has a fat ass. Continue.
That's getting clipped.
No one clipped that. No one clipped that. You have 12 black people in Latvia. If you're an orphan, you're starving. If stuff was done to you, okay, I'll play any for all everybody out there. I don't approve of Abdullahi said that people should be hanged. I think that's a bit too far. But Obama black that killing on Papa.
Drop another break. That's a break. That's a break.
One second. So it's again, the actual draw happened, and so it's actually United versus Coventry. It's Chelsea versus Man City.
Why did you do that to Mardias?
We're about to call the Premier League title.
It's over. It's over. And you guys.
Mass. Shout out to Miss Smallwood. She's great. I think she's doing. I don't know how old she is.
Is she alive?
I'm not sure. Shout out to
probably 10 years.
Shout out confidence in that answer.
Bro, hold up. CSET maths. Trust me, we did our thing. CSET maths, we did our thing. And shout out to all my CSET maths people out there, man. But shout out to Miss Smallwood. We have to respect Miss Smallwood because it's not over mathematically, but
it is over. Come on.
No. This is what I'll do to you. If Arsenal don't beat Nottingham Forest on Wednesday, I'm going to officially call it.
Bro, it's 11 points, man.
No, but Arsenal have a game in hand.
Oh, okay. So
basically, if Arsenal don't win, it's over. It's over. Then forget maths. It is officially over. But it is. See, right now it is 95% over. It's pretty much done. So we're going to just talk about the significance of this Liverpool win, the significance of winning over Man City. We're going to continue to dunk on Lep. We're going to have a Salah discussion. I want to have a Salah discussion because
let's have it.
Where does this season rank for Salah? We'll talk that, and then we'll dip into La Liga a bit, and Ricardo's going to explain why he DM'd me saying that he admits that Modric has cleared Iniesta and Xavi. So Ricardo, you're going to have to explain that DM because that's like as a Barca fan, that's wild. As a so-called Kuler, that's wild, man. That's pretty wild.
What are the receipts, AJ?
So I'll bring that up. So guys, remember, guys, like the vid, guys, subscribe if you're new, meal, drink, have that beautiful stuff again. I'm suffering from insomnia. I'm suffering from a headache. I need to take some ibuprofen very soon. I need to say it. So it is what it is. Remember, if there's anything you wish to add to the show, please feel free to send in a super chat. Your super chats and your Dubinsky's help me to keep subscribed to Rachel's OnlyFans. Her ass is getting bigger by every day. So let's first go to the first reaction. So guys, let's talk about it. Let's go. Ricardo, can you just
No. Hold on. Abdullah said pause to a girl having a fat ass. How's that pause? How's that? No,
actually, hold on,
bro. This is fine.
How is that pause?
Damn bloody fool.
Okay, so we approve thickness, open this piece out there and everything, man. So shout out to my black and Latinas out there. So let's not do this, right? Hold on. So we don't do any size zeros pancakes over the open this piece. Here's the thing.
Hey man, shout out tailbone.
Well, don't do this. Okay. I don't roll with the Swifties. So now. I'll be covered. All I'm saying is that they ain't much to work with there. No, guys, let's move. So, guys,
Swifties are underage, by
he says, I don't know, they're a bit weird. So, my thing here is this. Guys, and I want to just expand upon what I said on my reaction. This was a great performance by Liverpool. What? No. This was a great performance. Not all performances need to be 5-0s, 30 shots, and 12 on target. Some great performances are about good defense, great shape, take your chances. You know what? It's like FIFA. So whenever I want to just have fun on FIFA Pro Evo, I'll do 4-3-3, really attack, start attacking people and doing all that crazy stuff. If I want to win, 5-4-1, thou shalt not pass, and I beat you 1-0. That's so. And for me, the 4-3-3, I beat you 5-0 or the 5-4-1, I beat you 1-0. Those are both still great performances, but different kinds of performances. Liverpool played this way because they knew that, no, we have to win. No, we can't perform well and not win. Let's perform like crap, in quotes, but make sure that top left-hand corner, the number is higher for us than those guys in light blue. So I feel that for Liverpool, they did what they did. And do you know, it's one of those things where you have to give credit where credit is deserved.
Yep.
But my God in heaven, this is not a title race. Like, I thought that, okay, Aston were going to beat West Ham, the Liverpool would win, then. But this is not a title race. Because it's almost like deja vu of, guys, I don't think Arsenal beats Nottingham Forest on Wednesday. I really don't. And if they don't do that, guys, what the hell are we doing here? It's almost a situation where Liverpool might start resting guys for the Champions League, resting the guys for Ousmane Dembele FC, for like this FC. So let me because I want to put the Salah afterwards. So Mike, were you happy with the performance in terms of the approach and everything and how mature it was, or unhappy with the performance but happy with the results? Mute. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Shout out to Chelsea Football Club. They were in a title race and now are 21 points behind Liverpool.
Mike, you know there's no
at
point
the
for that
top of the Premier League.
There's really no point for that streak.
You know what? I couldn't care less about performances right now. Just give me number 20 because then I can dunk on RDS. I can dunk on David T. I can dunk on every Manchester United fan.
10 toes down, Mike. 10 toes down.
All I just want is number 20 to come ASAP because right now, we're not playing the greatest football. We haven't been playing well for the last, I would say, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We're struggling defensively. But today, Van Dijk and Konate take a bow. They were unbelievable today because both our fullbacks were getting cooked. I mean, number
Doku was having a field day.
Number 66 and 26 were having trouble against Savinho and Doku. But luckily, we got a king and we got two just extraordinary center backs, in my opinion. When they want to defend, they can defend. But the problem is they've been Bozo genes recently, especially Konate and Trent. But yeah, I mean, the performance wasn't great. But if we're going to win this title without a striker, like we don't have an Alexander Isak, we don't have a Haaland, we don't have a Gyökeres, we don't have a Lewandowski, we don't have Kane, we don't have Girassi. We have Jota, who misses 3/4 of the season, and we have a Donkey from Uruguay. And yet we're somehow going to win this title. Now, that's an indictment, I think, on the entire Premier League. And everybody that said Amber Rose, that guy with the glasses, Amber Rose, on the slot.
Oh, I never said that.
Who's this guy coming from the Eredivisie? I mean, some Liverpool fans said slot out 8 before he even got.
That was crazy. That was crazy. I was always slotted.
You're not the only one. I mean, it wasn't a great performance. Just get the job done, get 3 points, and we can move on. But, you know, our dear friend Patrick, who hasn't been here for a while, and I always love his sayings of, in Africa, we have the saying. Well, I'm going to give you something. In Finland, we have a saying, "Hävis kuin pieru Saharan," which basically means vanished like a fart in the Sahara.
Jesus.
And that's what happens.
That's
what's happened to Manchester City this season. They have vanished. This defense is ass cheeks.
Horrible.
Ivarido is struggling this season. Okay, no. Edison,
and also, Mike, don't give me the whole Rodri excuse. That does not work.
No, definitely not. I mean, for the last,
Rodri excuse. No, it's
you
not.
could probably say at the beginning it was Rodri, but now it's just a tactical issue from Pep. They just don't know how to defend in space. Every team, if you just have speed and you just go direct, you're going to score goals against this Man City team. So, I mean, Abdallah and all Man City fans, you're lucky that this Premier League is ass cheeks because otherwise you guys will not get Champions League football for next season. But heck, man, another 3 points, We're creeping closer to the Premier League title race, and I cannot wait to have an hour long of receipts of when you guys all trashed on this slot and you said, Salah is this, Salah is that, Van Disney, especially Abdallah. Oh, Van Disney, this guy's
that was
finished.
crazy.
All right, why didn't he turn up in?
Abdallah,
This is not the year for me.
Abdallah, this is not the year. Abdallah, this is not the year.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, Abdallah, that's not the time.
When we win this title, because I mean, honestly, if we bottle this, you might not see me on this channel.
Oh, no. This is the worst possible job of all time.
I'm not. Yeah, it is. I'm
not. No, because Mike, do you know how Do you know how hard it is to bottle? Because the team you're going to bottle to don't want to win.
They're the OG bottlers.
No, they
Arsenal
want
are
to
the
three-peat
OG
at second
All I
place.
just want,
man. They
all I
three-peat at
want,
second place.
HH. I just want Arsenal to give us a guard of honor with 3 games to go. Oh my God, the scenes to see that when Arsenal, who have been chasing the title all these last couple of years, have to give a guard of honor to Darwin Núñez. Oh, that is going to be scenes to see. But it's not over yet. I'm a little bit worried still about Newcastle because they got Alexander Isak and Gordon.
So you're not saying it. So if Arsenal do beat Nottingham Forest, you still won't say it's over.
Oh no, if they can't beat Nottingham Forest and we beat Newcastle, it's done. Then I'll say it's done. Because then we have, I think we have like 5 or 6 home games left or something like that. Once that happens, we're good, HH. I mean, then we can be called bottle jobs of the entire history of football. I will be so pissed. Like, even Botafogo last season were pretty bad. Botafogo exists. I know, Ricardo. But man, I'm just happy, HH. How we are doing this is beyond. We have not spent any money on this squad. Okay, yes, in the 2023 summer, we spent a lot of money on the midfielders. All Arne Slot got was just some AI-generated Chiesa from Italy. He hasn't been blocked. Pep got 200 million over the January transfer window, and it looks worse. How's that even possible?
I mean, bro, how do you spend a third world country's GDP and you're still bad?
HH, that's the fucking GDP of Palau. I mean, Palau could never see that amount of money, and Pep is spending that in January transfer window. Also, you see this guy Phil Foden. Give me Nico Pass from Como all day, every day.
No,
I dare you. Phil Foden would never do that at Como. 20 years old with Cesc Fabregas as the manager. Phil Foden, look, he's a very talented player, but ever since those Euros, I've been looking at him strange, HH, because you should be. KDB is about to retire from this.
KDB's washed.
Take the mantle. He's finished. He physically can't do it anymore. So Foden, this is your opportunity. Take the mantle and say, "This is my team." Guy doesn't want it. He don't want it. He don't want it.
For me, I don't think it's a case of Foden not wanting it. He's just not that. I still think he's a talented player. He's just not that talented of a player. And I think that
So you think he can't be the main guy for a team?
No,
I want to build my team.
No, he can be a very important piece of a team. He can't be the main guy for a team now.
So he's kind of like Rodrigo for Real Madrid in a way.
Yes.
Rodrigo's way better though.
Anthony, thank you. Let's put some respect on Rodrigo's name.
Rodrigo, wait, hold on. Rodrigo's he's a vital player for them. That's what I'm saying.
Rodrigo is a better player than Foden. Rodrigo is a more dynamic player than Foden.
Honestly, City should get.
Hold on. What I sorry, Mike.
I'm not saying that like I think Rodrigo is slightly a better player than Phil Foden, but I'm just saying his role on the team where Rodrigo is not the main guy for Real Madrid. Foden, you might not be the main guy for Man City. They're going to have to go get... Marmoush might overtake him.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Unless these shades are making my eyes look crazy. Not slightly. He's better. Okay, not huge, but Rodrigo is... in terms of...
HH, come on, man.
No, he's 10 times better.
No, Mike. I'm saying that in terms of his dribbling, his goal scoring, the multiple positions he can play, how well he can play multiple positions.
Not goal
for me.
Don't do that.
He's more clutch.
How many goals did Foden get last season, guys? I think he got more than 20, didn't he?
25 in the league.
Well, let's not be short-sighted. Like, Foden actually had a good season last year.
Foden had. He was PFA Player of the Year last year.
Rodrigo's always been better. Rodrigo's always been better.
Oh my God.
But I swear, if we win this league, Salah better win that Ballon d'Or. If he doesn't win this Ballon d'Or, it is straight racism against Messi.
This is the math that I do. Hold on. This is the math that I did. This is the math, and basically this is the math that I did on the halftime space. The only way, hold up. The only way, The only way Salah wins the Ballon d'Or whilst not winning the UCL is if there's a split. So obviously we'll get to that, but let me just quickly say this because I want to put a slight topic. So if Real win the league, Barca win the UCL, Salah wins the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah,
but I think someone raised this point. If Real win the UCL, regardless of what happens, Mbappe will win the Ballon d'Or.
That's
basically that's the only way that Salah wins the Ballon d'Or if Liverpool don't win the Champions League. So now is if you have a Real winning the league and Barca winning the UCL. But if let's say Barca win the league and UCL, it's going to be a Barca player.
You know, I'd argue that if I'm being honest, like I'd argue regardless of what happens in the Champions League, I think Salah has been the best player this season.
Oh, no.
He
Wait. I'm saying what is going to not what should happen. What is going to happen?
No,
Now
what's going
should. Yeah, no, regardless of what happens, what Salah has been doing, he should win regardless.
But as extension to that, I think he should win the Ballon d'Or regardless. Like the numbers he's putting up in the Premier League, like it's actually.
Oh no! Wait, it's great. Let's just clear up this whole Liverpool thing, and we'll get to Salah. So, okay, so Abdullah, talk about your bald-headed prick.
Dude, City is shit.
First of all, when a team wins so much, they become complacent. So, now credit where credit's due. I fully expected worse than this. How the hell did they not score more than more? This should have been like a battering.
Yeah.
It should have been more. Credit where credit's due. Salah is 100% player of the season, if not favorite contender for the Ballon d'Or. 100%. This team is in transition. Like,
who do you blame the most? The players letting down Pep or Pep's being ass cheeks?
I would say 60% Pep, 40% the players. 40% the players, because we should have done a rebuild. If not this, it shouldn't have been either last year or the year before that. Especially the treble, it should have been, because you don't sit on your laurels. A lot of the players have lost their hunger, and some of them are done. You don't have a combined age of a midfield of 95 plus in Kovacic, Gundogan, and KDB and Bernardo Silva. So there's nothing like slandering the play. Like, Gundogan should have never come back. I'm sorry, he should have never come back. Barca letting him go seems like they were right. And in terms of Foden, I think that pressure of being the player of the season last season has really put a lot
and also being a bomb at the Euros and being insulted at the Euros by guys like me, maybe weighed on him as well.
I don't really care what he does nation-wise for his country. I couldn't care less.
Judas, continue.
I couldn't care less. I'm not English, so I couldn't care less what he does.
Churchill wouldn't want to be happy, but continue.
Cool. I couldn't care less.
After all Winston did for you, yeah, continue.
Yeah, fuck Churchill.
Okay.
No man.
I'm not going there.
That's a dub. That's a dub.
Just continue.
In terms of the only way is to, I don't. This is the thing I don't understand. So,
how are you guys so bad defensively? That's what I don't understand. Bro, like, no. Like, in terms of top sides, City are the worst team defensively.
Apart from two seasons where we had that defensive duo of Stones and Diaz, 2021, and I reckon the treble season, I think it's we know football. The first line of defense is the midfield. Having no proper decent midfield to protect the defense has really tested the.
But you can still defend though. That's okay. Fine. I think the high line. Okay. The press is getting messed up. Doesn't this clown have a plan B to defend? So with all that money, you don't know how to do basic defending.
I don't. Let's this whole money argument. Let's say we've only
how much did you spend in January? How much did you spend? How much?
Okay, 190 million pounds. The midfield should have been
just round that up to 200. Basically 200. Continue.
No, 190. You can for your agenda. But in the summer, we only spent 25. So we are the highest net spenders. So the whole argument. And second of all, why? So Pep's not allowed to spend, but everyone else is. Just that.
No. Of course you can spend, but no. But when you spend so much and are still ass cheeks, that's why I say, where is the money going to? Is he laundering the money?
I think the hunger's gone from some of the players, winning 4 in a row, winning the treble, etc. I think the hunger's gone, and I think they're just mentally checked out. Some of them, they're mentally done.
Okay, what's it called? Blake, talk to me. Liverpool, talk to me.
It was a good win. Performance-wise, I've seen better performances, but at the end of the day, we got the win. We're in a good, strong position now. Hopefully, we can win the league. Also,
did you just say hopefully? Then this way, are you the same man that said that the title race is now wide open? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's wide open, man. I mean, you see
wide open as in there's like a massive gap. between like first
No,
and second.
That's all why. Okay, that's what you mean by wide open. Okay.
The reason why why we're in the position that we're in is because Arsenal relieved the pressure off us yesterday. If they won that game yesterday, then there would have been a lot more nerves. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, HH, the fan base was having a meltdown going into this game. You can ask Mike, you can ask everyone. The fan base was having a meltdown going into this game. So the fact that Arsenal lost made us come into the game more relaxed and more comfortable. And shout out to Mohamed Salah, man. Keeps up putting up amazing numbers, Mr. Consistent. And one question I got to ask you, HH, how many Premier Leagues does Thierry Henry have?
Wait, okay, hold on, we'll get
Cool. Blake, ask him one more time.
Yeah,
how many
twice. Ask him twice.
No.
Well, one more time for the culture.
No.
Yeah, one more.
So before we get to Salah, anyone thoughts on Liverpool and City and Leb being a bomb?
Yeah.
Can I go on this?
Yeah.
Chronicle, go for it.
Well, Liverpool completely controlled that game. Like from start to finish, I honestly thought that was almost like a training session for them. I mean,
okay, so you still feel when City had all the possession, Liverpool was still in control?
No, yeah, absolutely. I knew, like, again, it's the false pretense of possession that makes you think you're controlling the game. You saw Madrid do this multiple times. I mean, it doesn't matter how much you have the ball, it's how effective you are when you get it. And every time Liverpool had an outlet out wide and City could not catch them. They were too far up. Just every time, I thought their set piece was very smart as well. They don't score many set pieces, but as soon as that ball was laid off from Szoboszlai into the empty area, no one was picking up. Like, you could just almost visualize a goal going in, and that's exactly what happened. So, yeah, Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool fans won't say that they've won it yet because obviously reasons, like you don't want to jinx your team or whatever. But from an outsider, I think they're long gone. So, excuse me, by the way. I think it's done. I think it's done already. I mean, I think the gap will get a little bit closer because they're going to prioritize Champions League a little bit, but that buffer is too good. And I don't think Liverpool are a team. They're the only coherent team in the league, in my opinion, that's like worthy of it anyway. Because you see Arsenal and stuff, there were still questions that Man City was still good enough to come back and beat them. This time, Arsenal are just flat-footed. So
I'm just looking at this now. One Man City loss and results falling away, do you know Lep can fall way down?
It's not happening.
It could be Chelsea level.
Like 5
That'd be
points
horrible.
between 10th and 4th.
It's not happening, HH.
Dude, they could be Chelsea.
HH, I'm sorry. If Man City get Champions League football, that's a huge indictment on the Premier League. this season.
Yeah.
they will get it.
Because they got Spurs away on Wednesday.
They
So if
City's
you
run
Spurs
is
away
very easy now.
because no, guys, because for the culture and for the streets.
Ooh, they got
and
not wait. They got
basically,
Nottingham
guys, if we want to cure racism, we need Pep like 7th or 8th.
Pep and Chelsea to be down bad.
The only way for us to bring all the races together and destroy this racial hatred is for Pep to finish 7th
Surely
or
that
8th.
means you can't make it either.
Wait,
Because you are a racial club.
HH. So that's why Chelsea. Wait, so HH. So that's why Chelsea are doing bad.
Chelsea can't
Because
make it.
Have you ever seen a man or a woman called Chelsea not give a black man a bicycle before? No. So
I've seen a club called Chelsea racially abuse their own players.
So Money Mates, do you consider the title or do you have hope? Money Mates, have hope. Money Mates, don't quit on me. Money Mates, I believe. Do you want me to bring out the guitar? Want me to bring out the guitar?
Yes, please.
You need the guitar.
I wouldn't mind that.
He needs the guitar, man.
No, I don't need anything. This is
No
just for
money.
content purposes.
Money Mace, believe in maths. Believe in maths.
Is this the song "Believe in Maths"?
Okay, so Money, so honestly speaking, so are you saying it's over? Ow, that was off tune. Continue, Money Mace, continue.
Okay. HH, you know the title was over when I gave up on the title before you did. So
What?
I did. You only gave up on the title like 2 weeks ago. I gave up like last month. So that even makes me a
Wait, hold
generational.
on. Who says I've given up on the title? Who says I've given up on the title?
Oh my god.
Come on.
That either makes me
Wait,
a
but hey,
quitter.
you did say you got your team, man.
Yeah, listen, that either makes me a quitter or it makes you delusional. I'm not sure which one.
Maybe both.
Oh my God!
Maybe
Look
both.
how far
maybe
back
both.
we are. Wait, is that 20 points?
Chelsea is down.
21.
Wait,
HH.
What?
Who's your next game? Hey, who's your next game against?
HH, I remember in December, you guys could have gone ahead of us, and now you're 21 points.
Jeez, guys, do you know?
Chelsea.
Because last, because they showed a graphic of how, like, I think we're like 1 point behind Liverpool, who had like a game in hand, like around September or October.
That was December.
So from December, we went from 1 point to 21 points.
I think in December you had 32 points.
Jesus
And now
Christ.
we're basically in March and you've got like 44. So
Money,
Listen.
do you believe?
no.
You don't
What would you mean? Do I believe? Leave me alone.
believe?
Wait, what's the name? Saka's coming back.
Blake, don't insult my intelligence, please. Listen, I'm not here to do a title prop. I'm just here to thank Liverpool for ending it early. So then that way there's no excuses. And
Put us out of our misery.
Yeah, put me out of my misery. I don't want to hear no Arteta man just needs a bit more money and then he can do it next year. Netflix FC, all that stuff. I don't need all of that in my life. I'm just here to talk about Mo Salah because my club can't defend.
Okay, Spacey. Audrey, okay. Oh, you know what? Let's get this done. Let's get this done. We'll get to the road. So shout out is fair. Como, W, and Atalanta back at title race, 3 points behind. Shout out to your boys, Como, man. Shout out to your boys, Como. But look, I've said it right now. Even though Inter was my pick, I think Conte is going to scam his way to this title. And again, this is what I'm going to say. And thankfully, this is for Chelsea. This clown can only win a league title when he's not in any other cup trophies. He's a scam artist. But let me be real. If McSauce in his first season lifts up a trophy, what do we say? That's what
He's
we say.
been balling out.
McSauce has been doing something.
I got a narrative for you. Adamu Lookman scored 2 goals today. They're only 3 points behind Atalanta.
No, Mike. But did Gasperini say that those two goals were tap-ins? So that's what I want to know. Did Gasperini say, bro, anyone can score those 2 Bobbers goals? That's what I want to know. What did Gasperini say about those 2 goals?
I hope Lookman wins them the Scudetto, man. I hope he wins them the Scudetto.
No. That'd be so good.
Gasperini is a clown, man.
Shouts to Eiffel Discovery, man. Salah won an EPL without a title race against an injured team. That'll be the contest versus teams in other leagues. Okay, so an Eiffel.
I think Eiffel's a City
Hold
fan.
on. Yeah. No, he is. So let me just give him one of these. Eiffel Discovery, sorry.
Give horrible credit.
Like it doesn't work. Like title race or no title race, what is done is too amazing. Sorry. Eiffel again. Rodriguez DM. No one. What does this mean? He's not better than Busquets. He's not better than Kante. I mean, what?
He's not a City fan.
No, he is. Sorry. No City fan right now is saying that, oh my gosh, it's better Rodriguez. No. Your defense is ass cheeks. And put it away. Your attack stinks.
And their midfield is utter.
Midfield is trash.
No, guys, seriously.
Midfield.
This is the first time KDB looks old. It's the first time we're like, okay, yeah, he's old. Like,
he's old.
Shout out to Kamal. HH, will Breakfast FC win against Southampton? Guys, I'm going to the protest on Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll see
you there. Kenny, you better be there. Kenny, you better be there.
Where
You
is
better
it?
be there.
Where is it going to be?
I think. Wait. So I'm critical. Is it going to be? Is it going to be at the stadium? Isn't it? Or where is it?
Yeah, it's at Bovril Gate, which is.
I'm going to come.
Oh, Bovril Gate. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there.
What day? So I can come. I want to
Tuesday, before the game on Southampton Tuesday.
Before Southampton.
I'm coming.
Shout out to Talent FC. If you think this is disgraceful, embarrassing from Pep, wait until you realize that this is Jose reality since 2015. Okay, all right. He still dunked him in 2010. So, Talent FC. Last time Jose won a UCL knockout game was pre-7-1 Brazil. What?
God damn, that is sad.
That's not true.
You know what that sounds like? You know what that sounds like? That sounds like that historical saying that Cleopatra is closer to the iPhone than she is to the Egyptian.
Okay, so guys, it's time for Lala. So guys, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, guys.
Can I speak on my Egyptian king, please?
Oh, sure.
Can I open up on the defense before everyone attacks Henry?
No. So, guys, here's the thing. This is where we're at now. Money makes you have to be slightly worried. Just slightly worried. This is where we're at now. Nothing Salah can do will put him on the same footballing test level as Henry.
Here comes the gatekeeping.
So maybe say nothing. But money miss, we have to take everything into account. See, if this is purely Tesh, like there's no debate. But if this is Tesh, impact, trophies, Dod, like I don't think there's ever been a player who has done this much of a carry job for a Premier League winning team. No, scratch that. Money miss, there hasn't been. Blackburn Rovers, that was SAS, Sutton, and Shearer. United, that was Cole, York, throwing Becks. Other thing, Cristiano, Tevez, Rooney. Arsenal, that was Bergkamp and Henry. And Vieira was the best central midfielder in the league and was top 5 central midfielders in the world, Vieira. Leicester City, that was Mahrez and Vardy. City, Aguero, David Silva, Aguero, KDB, Bernardo Silva, Sterling, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, and then you throw in a Haaland. Every Premier League team, at least 2 standout players. When Liverpool won, that was Mane and Salah. Shout out to Cody Rhodes. Money mates, this is a carry job. So if Liverpool do in which they should, Money mates, I would love to hear your defense.
Okay. First of all, may I ask, what is Virgil van Dijk?
Ooh.
Let me no.
Disingenuous.
Don't sit here and lie.
But
say Van
Money
Dijk's
mates.
being carried.
But
Money
Money
is the carry job.
No.
Yeah.
But now, I am one that says that all positions matter. But in all those examples I named is attack and helping attack. Because 100%, yes. First one recepts on Tony Adams, on Sol Campbell, on Gary Pallister, on Wes Morgan, and also so every Premier League winning team, those defenders had a huge thing. But I'm talking about, yes, your defenders are key, but you need to score goals. I need to score goals on a consistent basis. And in all those Premier League winning teams, the goal scoring was spread or was dependent upon a minimum of 2 players. Salah has been the sole carrier of this. Because, Mohamed, that 2020 season by Henry, that was a league win, was it?
Yeah. No, that was the 03 season. The Invincible season was 30-15.
Okay. So Mohamed, got to your defense because talk to me, Salah.
No, listen, I'm not here to do defense and be like, gatekeep the GOAT. No, my thing is that the GOAT conversation in the Premier League is a 3-way conversation. Rooney, Henry, and Salah. Unless you're talking about those 3, nobody else can even enter. No, Ronaldo wasn't there long enough. And I think he only had 2 seasons comparable. Whereas I think Henry had like 5 or 6. Salah has like 6 or 7. You probably say that Rooney has like 5 or 6 as well. So these 3 guys, I think they stand alone in terms of consistency, peak level, in terms of quality of player. Because you're going to mention carry job, and rightfully so, but let's not forget Rooney produced carry jobs in those late Man United title wins. Like, I was seeing those teams and it had like Phil Jones, John O'Shea, Ashley Young, Antonio Valencia.
But were those really carry jobs to the same extent as...
Yes, they were.
He still had Berbatov and he still had Van Persie. Rooney had somebody else as well.
No,
and when he didn't have somebody else, they were losing to Man City.
No, Blick, from the 2013 one, yes. From 2010 to 2012, Berbatov wasn't there anymore. He went to Fulham. I think that the forward lines was literally Chicharito.
He got 20 goals that season.
Sorry, Money Mace. I think in 10-11, Berbatov was still there, and I think he was top goal scorer of the Premier League.
Yeah, he got 20 goals. Yeah, he got him and Tevez.
I think he was. But there was a season where it was literally give the ball to Rooney and let him score.
There was a season that happened, but they didn't win the league, and then they got Van Persie the season afterwards.
Yeah.
I'll give that.
That's when Aguero happened.
Yeah, because Rooney got like 28 goals that season. But
they did, because that was the season when they were like 8 points ahead, 5 games left.
yeah, and then
they somehow lost the
Fergie
league
said,
that
"I'm never
season.
losing the league by goal difference."
Yeah, I know. No, but in terms of Salah, I think I can't remember what year it was, but there seemed to be like a change in his game where he started to add playmaking, because like this level of passing that he's had, he didn't have this his entire career. That I don't know what it was. Maybe when it was like he slightly lost his pace in 21, 22, but his final ball genuinely is ridiculous. Every single time.
I think when Mane and Firmino left, he realized that someone now has to now take up the creativity thing as well. If Firmino is now gone, who used to be that guy? So
yeah. And listen, the biggest thing for Salah is that, you know, obviously I'm only disrespecting him this season to defend my GOAT, but because my club can't defend my GOAT, I've dropped the agenda. Now we're just being objective. For me, I think if you want to say Rooney, Henry, or Salah as one of the 3 Premier League goals, I'm completely fine with that. There's nothing wrong with saying either one of those 3 are the best to ever play in the Premier League.
I'm here to be a Sith. I'm here to ruffle feathers. I want only one.
Well, me personally, I'm always going to say Henry, because I think Henry can do the stats, he can do the clutch moments in the Premier League, and he can also do the eye test as well to higher levels than Rooney and Salah. So I always say Henry.
I think what Salah will always lose out on is that eye testing, which Henry just on a whole other level on. Because again, on Salah has been amazing, but Henry did things on a weekly basis that I've just not seen many players do in this Premier League. You know, where like, how the hell did he do that? How did he score that goal? How did he make that pass? How did he do that dribble? Like the amount of amazing things he did, I was like, bro, this on a weekly basis was just insane. You know, but Salah's arguments is like, he was like, it's just that this carry job that Salah is doing is what Henry was doing for the UCL. Because if Arsenal won that UCL, we're talking about Henry in a whole different light now.
Yeah, no, the only problem with this carry job is the fact of the competition in this carry job. So, yes, he is carrying Liverpool. But like, for example, you see last season he carried Liverpool. And last season he was up against 2 really good teams when Arsenal were good and Man City were really good last season. If Liverpool had won that league last season, I almost think that would count more towards his legacy than this season. Because this season, the competition's trash. Like, let's just be frank.
Yes.
The competition, Liverpool fans are saying, oh, we've got Jota and Nunes up front. I've got Marino up front. So the competition isn't exactly at the same level as... Yes, so the competition isn't where it was last year. But even then, that shouldn't take away from what Salah's doing. But ultimately, in terms of like Premier League GOAT debate, people will use that as an argument. Well, you didn't beat good teams to win this league title, which in a way you'd probably say is true. Like the great Man City team, they've fallen off. Arsenal, complete trash. Like you go look at the other teams around the league, Chelsea, trash.
Okay, but man, see, the reason why I can say that from my point of view, I came out and said that, okay, this is slots coming in from the Eredivisie, Klopp leaving, a lot of key players around. I said this is going to be a fall off. So, because I looked at that team and I'm like, bro, I don't rate Cody Rhodes. I still don't rate Cody Rhodes. We see Darwin Núñez is a bomb. So I was like, the amount of courage that Salah would need to do to even get Liverpool to be competitive will be too much. And the fact that they've been here, tight race or not tight race, Bournemouth opponent or not, it's still amazing because Monument, nobody thought Liverpool would be top.
No, winning the league, yes. I never got when I heard people in pre-season try to tell me that Liverpool were not going to finish in top 4. Liverpool were always going to finish in top 4. Like
always.
The gap between Liverpool. I was going to say the start of the season. The gap between Arsenal, Liverpool, and City is Arsenal, Liverpool, City, and then there's a massive gap between everybody else in the league. Like, it's just that plain and simple. I had people in pre-season telling me because Man United signed Mazraoui and De Ligt, they were going to finish third ahead of Liverpool just because they signed.
I'm apologizing again about that take. I'm apologizing again about that take.
Do you know what funny thing is? Samasi wasn't the only one. All the Man United fans, when they weren't out on loan, they were all saying they were going to finish third with their new signings that they made. So I never understood when people thought Liverpool were ever going to finish outside top four. Liverpool were always going to finish inside the top four. But winning the league is a different step, which no one thought they'd do.
Don't we need to still give credit to what Salah has done and how much he's carried this team?
Yes, of course.
Nobody was rating. Because okay, you can say top four, but to carry a team to title winners, that's insane.
Yes, of course. Like, no one, you have to respect what he's done in terms of helping them win the league and helping them get to where they are. No one thought they would win the league at the start of the season. And a lot of the players that have performed this season, bro, they're in this position because of Mo Salah and Arne Slot. Arne Slot has also got an incredible use out of these players. Gravenberch, when Klopp signed him, everyone thought Gravenberch was a flop.
Yes.
Arne Slot's been able to find a use for him, and now he's probably the best midfielder in the league this season. So there's a lot of reasons why, but Salah's the main one, probably.
Ricardo talks about Salah. Lala.
What is there really to say about this guy? Can you just pose the question, because we're like covering like multiple different topics just about Salah.
If Salah, if I know they should, but let me just phrase it. So if Liverpool do end up winning the league, with Salah having this kind of a season, where would that put him in terms of the pantheon of Premier League greats and performances by an individual in a Premier League season?
So I think Money Mace has done a good job of pointing out who are the who are the candidates for that. I think they all have their arguments. I think it's obviously easier to judge Rooney and Thierry Henry just because their legacy at the Premier League is cemented, whereas Salah, what if he extends? What does he do on past that? How does his Liverpool team going forward after this season? So maybe it's a conversation now, but it won't be a conversation later. I think for Mo Salah, man, like, I know, like, I guess we want to talk about like the eye test. Let's talk about the eye test for a second, right? He probably, he definitely is gonna lose the eye test to Thierry Henry.
100%.
I'd argue he'd lose the eye test to even Wayne Rooney. I think out of all these three, we're talking about who the best player is.
And to Zad as well.
Well, he's not in the conversation.
He is, but continue.
No, he's not.
But he is, but continue.
He's not.
But he is. Yeah.
No, he isn't.
Not.
But he is, yeah.
No. He might be Chelsea's best player ever.
But don't do it, Ricardo. Don't do that.
He is, though. Like, on a technical level, he's the best that's ever done the London Blues.
That's kind of sad if Hazard's actually the best player to ever play for your club.
No. Ricardo, don't be condescending. He's an EPL great. Not just an EPL great.
It's like the equivalent. It's like the KDB is clear of him. KDB is clear of him.
It's like saying Kawhi Leonard is the best Raptor to ever play. I mean, obviously, like, great players have played for the Raptors, but it is what it is. Now, when it comes to Mo Salah, look, I out of those three, Rooney, to me, he's the best player in terms of like the way he, like, the versatility of positions, what he has in his arsenal. No pun intended, but to me, Rooney was the guy that stood out the most. So, Henry, I saw him more so the latter part of his career, but I mean, you can always watch back clips. He's obviously absolutely incredible. With Salah, I think when it's said and done, he is going to go down as the best. I think when you look at Salah's performances, I think more specifically against the top sides in England, he's consistently always done well.
Yeah.
The thing that stands out to me a lot about Salah too is that it doesn't matter what state his team is. It can be a bad season, it can be a good season, it can be an all-timer season. He's gonna give his numbers. So it doesn't. His performance honestly isn't really dependent on the state of the team. He's just going to perform on his own right. I remember when we were having conversations about him and Sadio Mane, like, respect to Sadio Mane, like, he's a good player, but this isn't even a conversation at this point.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
I mean, am I lying? I mean,
all that is just that's crazy for an AFCON. Wait, did Salah have an AFCON or no? Wait, did Mane beat Salah in an AFCon final? Continue. I said continue. That's a throwaway comment. Just continue.
Well, I mean, we're talking about Liverpool.
I said forget the comments. I'm sorry. Just focus. Continue.
But look, the guy, I think he already has 50 GA this season. And remember, Salah is an output player. Like, personally, I feel like you are very black and white when you talk about Mo Salah. I think a lot of people are very black and white when they talk about Salah. It's like he either plays like David Silva or he plays like Erling Haaland. I don't think it's that. Salah, to me, I can enjoy watching him. I think he has a great final ball. Like, he's consistently putting great passes. These aren't like, scoring the ball or anything. It's just a proper assist too. He's a potent goal scorer. He's reliable, at least in a 1v1 threat in transition. I mean, like, with all due respect to Henry, it's like there's a certain point where your output exceeds the aesthetics. Like, for example, Mbappe, he's an output guy. He's watchable. I'm not saying he's not, but there are guys who you would deem that are incredibly more aesthetically pleasing than Mbappe, but that doesn't mean very much at the end of the day if it doesn't lead you to anything. So I mean, it's the same thing. Like, when people talk about Brazilian players, okay, Flair, cool, they're entertaining. But if we're talking about who the best of the best is, I'm sorry, efficiency beats that, like, Flair every single time.
But can't they have both efficiency and Lala?
Sure, but we have to be what you put weight on Flair. To a certain degree, it doesn't fill in the rest of the gap between the output of two players, if you know what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, we all love Ronaldinho, but him flicking the ball over a defender's head, a couple nutmegs, a couple elasticals, making a couple of people look dumb. It's cool for the highlight reel. It's cool for
it's cool. That's essential. We need that for entertainment. But he was efficient as well.
If every player could do that, we would just be watching Cirque du Soleil all the time. Like, there's no
interesting. So Ronaldinho is a Cirque du Soleil player. No,
yeah, but we like him. We like him. I literally said if everybody played like that, we're literally having a circus. Like, it's not even about putting the ball in the back of the net. It's whoever has the most nutmegs, whoever dinks the ball over the players' heads like the most. That's who wins. That's the type of sport we want to watch. I mean,
F2 freestyle.
So
man, we can't be having just Doku's out here just doing best
things. By the way, Trent, brother got cooked today.
Bad.
But just funny. It didn't matter because City suck.
But still, no. But still, the streets won't forget Doku making Trent look like.
He had like 6 dribbles completed in the first like half hour.
Konate there.
It was 8, I think.
Yeah, but we're talking about Trent. We're talking about Trent.
So where can Salah put forth an argument that I'm the greatest Premier League player ever if Liverpool win the league with what he's done this season?
Yes.
Greatest Premier League player? I think it's a conversation because I separate great and being the best.
Yes, there's a difference.
I think when it comes to great, yes, I think you can have that conversation. If he wins, it's just like his output. He's already at 25 and 15. Like, this could touch 30 and 20 because we're 27 games in. Yeah. He only needs 5 for each, and I think it's doable. He has 11 games left. Maybe he gets if he just averages a goal contribution a game, which is more than doable. It's insane. Like, at the end of the season, we're looking at maybe potentially a 70 goal output.
25 goals, 16 assists.
Oh, 16? I thought it was 15. Okay,
16.
Well, yeah, like, look, I'm sorry to, I think when it's said and done, he's going to go down as the greatest Premier League player. The accolades don't lie. The league titles won't lie. The performances won't lie. The game, the output against the top teams absolutely won't lie. And if you look at the context of this season, to me, this is not a carry job. I mean, he's definitely carrying the offensive load. Because midfield-wise, they have one of the best midfielders in the world. And they have a really strong center-back pairing paired with a great goalkeeper. I know Robertson and Trent have been, more so Robertson have been very iffy. But this guy, yeah, I mean, Salah's literally putting up a
But do you know what's so crazy? If Salah got his kneecap snapped in 3 places now and was out for 3 years, this is still an amazing season. 26 goals and 16 assists is an amazing season.
I think the only thing that's gonna go against Salah, which I don't really think is gonna go against Salah.
Wait, how are you this much of a hater? I know you're a City fan and so on, but how can you be so much of a hater? At the very least, he's at the very least he's in a GOAT convo of the Premier League.
Look, for me, it's like this. Like, he's always going to lose the aesthetics to, like, Henry and Rooney. Now,
yes.
How much weight you put on that is up to you, because I think the amount of output Salah puts out consistently, regardless of the form of his team, should outweigh the aesthetics. Because even aesthetics-wise, like, Salah isn't even that bad to watch. Like, people are just liars about that.
Okay, so if, let's say, you are marking the greatest, how much weighting do you put on output? How much weighting do you put on aesthetics? If you were like the invigilator of greatest player for a given league, how much weighting do you put on output and how much weighting do you put on aesthetics?
Aesthetics, I'll give maybe like 25, 30, because at the end of the day, it's a result.
I think HH was expecting more around the 70, 80 mark.
Nah, because like, look, who's a player in the Premier League today that is completely aesthetics but doesn't give you the output?
Right, Ryan. In a forward line, complete aesthetics. Savinho.
Sure. Savinho, right? Yeah. Now we go on talking about like, oh, he's a good player. But if you're just full on aesthetics, it's almost like that's the cap. Like, to ever be truly elite, you kind of have to have the numbers, because the numbers are hard facts that can't be undisputed, right? It's like some people on this channel don't even like Neymar, and Neymar is the epitome of flair, but he has output. But some people don't like it because they think like it's unnecessary, it's useless, blah blah blah. But you can discuss flair, like you can discuss what is unnecessary.
I feel that, okay, being fair, not being serious now, I do feel that it should be close, but I feel that it might be slightly more flair than outputs. I think both should be similar, but I think I'll just slightly edge flair over thinking, because I think for fans, we want those moments that because say, wow, look at how special this guy was. But you also need the outputs as well.
I think when you talk about flair, it helps you in the sense of being remembered, right? Because like, look, whatever many goals and assists Salah has, I can't remember like 2% of the goals that he scored. I remember some of the goals, like especially the ones that obviously stand out where he takes on like, several players, blah blah blah. But I think it helps you remember the players in the long run. But when you start having debates about who's the greatest, who's the best, and you start talking about the small table of players, like the numbers, those are undisputed. So I mean, no pun intended to someone in the thing, but like those are like you can't they're not you can't contend. You can't talk about the greats without the numbers behind it, especially in a forward position. It matters. The numbers matter. If you're talking about maybe defenders, into a certain degree midfielders, okay, maybe you can add a leeway to other things, but when it comes to the forward line, numbers, especially with Salah and like Henry and Rooney, because these guys have put up numbers too, you can't ignore what Salah has been doing. And I think when it's said and done, not even just at the end of the season, I think when the end of the season, I'm already on the train that Salah is already the greatest Premier League player. Because
so you already have him as the greatest Premier League player.
I think it's a conversation. Like, I'll concede certain points to Henry, to Rooney, and maybe even Cristiano. But when he's done, whether it be this season, I think it's pretty clear for me.
All right, can I quickly discuss the debate and go around to everyone else? So shout out to Eiffel Discovery. Rodri returns next year and wins trophy. What will you say? Well, let's see. Let's see. If that happens, let's put it this way. If that happens, it still will not change my viewpoints. I'm sorry. I've watched football enough time to know that Rodri is not Messi. Rodri is not Pele. Rodri is not Maradona. He's a very good DM, an excellent DM. But I know football well enough to know that Rodri is a bit of a symptom. It's not the main symptom for how trash they are. Because for a team to fall off this badly and to be this bad defensively and offensively, it's down to a DM.
Can I address this?
You have to be brainless as a football fan to be like,
I don't think this is a Rodri
DM. What's it?
I don't think this is a Rodri thing. I think it's just the whole team thing in terms of the midfield having so many geriatrics in sorry, the pronunciation. Geriatric. So I'm trying my best to pronounce it. Having so many in the midfield and having no Rodri, I think that's coincided. I don't think it's one or the other. I think it's both. You understand what I mean?
And you know what? I think that's
it can't be.
concrete.
I don't.
Basically, that's key. It's a combination. It's a combination of Rodri and how bad the players are. So you have to take both things into account. Because but you bring Rodri here, he helps things, but not to that great degree because Rodri is only one player, and he ain't no Messi who can.
Agreed.
The impacts that Rodri has on a team is not the same impact that a Neymar or a Messi has on a team. I'm sorry, it's not.
Yeah, correct.
Because no matter what he does, you still need to create chances and you still need to score goals, which Rodri doesn't do at a high clip. Because you take away a Messi, that's your chance creation and that's your goals on a high clip. Rodri is not creating 50, 100 chances and scoring 50, 100 goals. He's not doing that. So the issue you're still having is creating good quality chances and converting those goals, which City are not doing.
Yeah.
So
I think if we had two other younger midfielders, competent midfielders, and Nico Gonzalez, I think
basically it's a complete overhaul.
We would have
like Gundogan, KDB, Bernardo Silva, Kovacic, washed. Shout out to Jesri. Liverpool equal United 20th league title.
That's gonna
hold up, not yet.
That's gonna hurt Man United.
Arsenal can still cook. Arsenal can still cook. Wait, so Serie A, yet we talking about Henry and Salah. What do you mean?
Oh, because they both came from the Serie.
I see they're both Serie A.
No. Abris, that's shameless. When Henry was at Juventus, he was a pace merchant winger.
And also Serie A was the best. It's back then.
Serie A was the best
league in the world.
No, thank you. So two things. Serie A was the best league in the world, and he was a pace merchant winger. And Wenger was the guy who turned him differently. Those were the early years of Salah. And Salah reached his final form once he was under Klopp and Liverpool. So we can't now say, oh my gosh, these guys were not that great in Serie A, but no, we can't do that. Just read. Salah 51G in February is insane. Clear Ballon d'Or fave.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, that's madness. That's madness.
He should be able to touch 7. He should be able to touch 70. Like that's a Messi Ronaldo season.
So Luka Modric is timeless. What a striking critical. We're gonna get there. We're gonna talk about Luka and Ricardo. You have to defend Iniesta and that bomb Javi, bro.
I have all this graphic.
Did you think City would win 4 in a row after 20? This is some crazy coping mechanism, bro. Like. Have you been hearing Pep this past few things say that, no one will ever do? We get it. Okay, guys, okay, halfway. No. I'll obviously halfway.
This is Pep's burner.
Wait, hold on. IFL. No matter what happens, Man City are still the greatest dynasty in Premier League history. That doesn't change that. And Pep still has an argument to be the greatest manager in Premier League history. So that doesn't change that. But this is February 23rd, 2025. February 23rd, 2025, Pep is a bomb. This team is ass cheeks. Now, afterwards, when all is said and done, they will go down as being the greatest dynasty in EPL history. But as of right now, 2025, February 23rd, your team stinks, it's garbage, and your manager is a bomb who doesn't like to sign black men's autographs when he thinks his bicycle is being stolen. Simple as that. And shout out to your boy, Whimsical. Thank you for the Dubinsky, man. Thank you for the big dub. Thank you for the big ball. Imagine Pep is the same orchestrator who brought us the beautiful game, but with those players who in their genius brought life to the overarching game don't exist. All Pep is left with is the system itself, and the system is powerless. Look, here's the thing. Remember, Pep's philosophy is Rinus Michel's philosophy from the 70s of the Dutch team. And Pep even said this. He said that, without the right players, I'm useless. So Pep has always been a guy where he needs specific players at a high level to execute his plan. If he doesn't have that, he's useless. And which is always when people attack me, Pep is a great coach. He's a garbage manager. Like a great manager, give me anything, I'll find a way. Any players at any level, I will try and find a way to get the results. Pep, no, I need very specific players with a very specific skill set. Then I can execute my plan A because I don't have a plan B. And look, I hate Pep. He's my enemy. But This this does not negate what he's done, and what he's done is still.
I think Hamza C. Sorry, real quickly. I think real quickly. I do think Hamza C has a point that when his system does work, he makes certain players look way better, like Foden, for instance.
True.
He looks
No. But here's my argument though is that I think that's Ham's players, because the players are so slaves to the system.
It's not harming. That's their qualities. He gives them careers. Like he likes possession-based players who are just purely good at playing out with the ball in difficult situations.
If remember, Bernardo Silva was amazing for Monaco. So if Bernardo Silva now goes to, let's say, a Liverpool or a Real or a Barca, and then he's allowed to now carry those qualities into, let's say, a Portugal, are we rating him even higher? Because could Bernardo Silva and Foden be much better players if, let's say, they move to different teams to see how good they could really be? Because under this very, very strict system, when they now go to Portugal, when they now go to Holland, when they now go to England, they're like, I don't understand how to play without the very rigid Pep system that's been given.
The problem is that sometimes people understand that when you're playing a position for Pep, it's different for playing a position with your country. So, for example, when Bernardo Silva's playing on the wing for Pep, it's not the same as Portugal shouldn't play him on the wing. They should play him as a central midfielder because he doesn't do winger activities or winger skills on the wing for Manchester City because Pep doesn't ask that of a player. Same thing with Foden. Foden shouldn't play in the number 10 because playing the number 10 for City, Pep doesn't ask you to do number 10 things.
Hold on.
The country should be able to identify that.
Wait, hold on. Let me bring up. Let me bring it on the pitch of the Salah. Talk to me.
First of all, Sorry. Test 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. 3, 2, 1. We can hear you.
Okay. First of all, normally when I join these hangouts and the debate is Salah, I end up throwing a bunch of punches in different directions, hitting different hangout members as I insult their favorite players, which I do have a tendency to do. But this time I won't. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a happy mood, and I'm in a happy mood, I don't tend to throw punches. So I won't be talking about how Thierry Henry ran away like a bitch to Barcelona to win his UCL. Nor will I be talking about the fact that Wayne Rooney never won a single trophy while being the top.
Why do we have to do this? But continue.
And nor will I talk about the fact that Wayne Rooney never won a single trophy as the top scorer of his team and was only ever a side chick and no better than Griezmann.
What would choosing violence?
Is he wrong though? That's what I've always said about Rooney. Is he wrong though? Rooney was always a side chick.
Rooney is the ultimate side chick. And when he was the main man for a stacked England team, he was a useless piece of shit at the World Cup.
Jesus.
That's a fact. Anyway.
And this guy who says that he's coming here in peace, but
I come here in
peace, but you're just.
I mean, if we're talking internationally, if we're talking internationally, Salah is not really like the barometer.
Anyway, Salah didn't play with Gerrard, Lampard, Beckham, Ferdinand, Terry, Ashley Cole. Anyway, let's talk about the great Salah
in 2019.
Let's talk about the great Salah, the man who already has more goals and assists in a single game than Wayne Rooney, despite having like 200 less Premier League games. The guy who has the third most goals and assists in the same game after Messi and Ronaldo in this century. Listen, we have to win the Champions League.
Really? What?
Yes. In terms of goals and assists, right? Say a game where a player has both a goal
He's
and
third
assist,
behind, so
Messi
more than
and
Neymar?
Ronaldo. Yeah, he has more than Neymar. Despite playing in the Premier League instead of the French League. He has more than Suarez as well.
Neymar was injured halfway with the common man.
You said you were coming in nice as well,
It is. Messi. Okay, here's the numbers. Messi has 102. Ronaldo has 65. Salah has 49. Salah's third.
Man, look at my goat, man, sitting pretty on that.
But as I said, I'm gonna be nice. I'm actually gonna save my real punches for the segment after this, which is these losers, Xavi and Iniesta. I'm gonna save my punches for that.
Oh my God!
Okay, but I'm gonna be nice, right? Listen, we have to win the Champions League. We have to do it for Salah because I think it would be huge for Liverpool as a club if he won the Ballon d'Or. I think he's been the best.
But my thing though is. And again, this is what I believe. If you don't win the Champions League, you've got to hope that there's a split. Specifically
Yes.
split in Spain because
I think
maybe because nobody's giving Ousmane Dembele a Ballon d'Or. No one is giving no one is giving Marcus Rashford a Ballon d'Or. No one is giving Havertz a Ballon d'Or.
If you want the treble, you never know it.
No.
It's very interesting because
So for Dembele is not getting a Ballon d'Or. That's not happening. Like I say, not in this lifetime am I going to live in a life where Ousmane Dembele has a Ballon d'Or. No way.
because
Wait, hold on. Undisputed.
This is the tricky part, right? Because if Liverpool don't win the Champions League, say Real Madrid wins the Champions League, Mbappe has the Ballon d'Or, in my opinion.
Easily. Yeah, it's done.
If Barca wins the Champions League, I have a feeling it's gonna be Rafinha. I know I don't want to live.
No. But did they win the Champions League and La Liga?
It could be
Yes,
Yamal.
yes. Say they win.
No. Yes, then it's going to be Rafinha or Yamal. Yes.
I think so. But say Inter
Rafinha doesn't
Milan
have
wins
the
it,
juice.
I don't see a world where Lautaro Martinez lifts a Ballon d'Or.
No,
So if Inter Milan wins it, same with Atletico.
Well, if you're sure you were capping for Lautaro for the
No. No.
Let's be
This
real.
is what is going to happen, not what should happen. Also, what's it called? Griezmann into no Ballon d'Or. That's not happening,
So
bro.
same
No,
with Atletico.
it's not,
Honestly, even same with Arsenal. If Arsenal wins the champion, which they won't, but if
Saka's
they do,
not lifting nothing.
No.
Gabriel
So it
Ballon
really
d'Or,
depends,
Gabriel
like
Ballon d'Or.
how it plays out. I do think.
That's a red. Continue.
I do think though that like the way people, there's two ways of looking at it. There's who deserves the Ballon d'Or and who will get it depending on the criteria, which is who wins the big trophy.
And that's okay. Regardless of what happens, Salah deserves the Ballon d'Or because I don't think there's going to be any player that's going to
do something
outdoing for this season. So who should deserve it? Salah.
Adrian just start shaking ass.
Like it's difficult, right? Because it's Salah's season has been so deserving, and something that always bothered me was 2018, where he had scored 44 goals, had an amazing season, but finished 6th somehow because it was a World Cup year and he's an Egyptian. That was very rough, I think, particularly for him, and I thought that was very unfair. So I do think that. I'm looking at it now, right? I do think the league is done as a Liverpool fan. As like, you know, as much as like I don't want to jinx it because I know if City was 11 points in the lead, the league is done. I would call it. So like, why can't I call it as a Liverpool fan? We're out of the FA Cup, so if we're gonna have mid-game weeks, it's only gonna be Champions League from now on. And I'm looking at it.
And to say, can you now see the beauty of not having to worry about the FA Cup? And the easy to just put on your place. I told you that was a smart move. It was a smart move.
Can I just say, right? These domestic cups in England are completely useless. They don't mean anything. No big club even celebrates them. They're just.
No. The only use of a domestic trophy is to make it a treble.
Yes,
to make it treble or a double, then it's useful. But
by itself, no. Was talking about
if we have a League Cup and the Premier League, it somehow looks better than just having the Premier League. That's the only difference. But I think Liverpool, we have a tough path in the Champions League, but we got to make it work somehow. We have to make it work.
So you do feel that Salah, like Liverpool, do need to win the Champions League for Salah to secure the Ballon d'Or?
In all likelihood, given the way the Ballon d'Or works, yes, we have to do it somehow. And the only reason Vinny lost that Ballon d'Or, by the way, is because he had a horrible Copa America. That's it, in my opinion. So I
think the AFCON is in December. Or when is it?
Yeah. So it won't count because the Ballon d'Or is in October. So, but also another thing, right, is that
Club World Cup.
No.
No, I don't think people care about
that. The only person that counts is Infantino. And
because this is going to be the new. This is going to be the new one with all the big teams.
The problem is Barca's not in it. Liverpool's not in it. None of them are in it. I do think though that one last thing I'll say is that I think for legacy, especially to be the face of Liverpool, right? I know he wasn't necessarily that good in the one we won, but to win 2 Champions Leagues is huge. It's a lot bigger than one to be the face of a club that's won multiple Champions Leagues. And for that reason, too, I think at this point, this is like a last hooray for a lot of our legends. We look at Alisson, we look at Van Dijk, obviously Salah, Robertson as well, even though he's been absolutely terrible. Like, it has to, it's the last. It's the last.
This is where my question comes in, undisputed. If you guys win the Premier League, you're going to win the Premier League, and you win the Champions League. I generally think, and I don't know if you agree, do you think that Virgil van Dijk, Trent, and Salah especially will leave on a free because they've basically completed. Because let's be honest,
no, not necessarily. Like just keep. Wait, basically,
No,
you're starting a new thing without the slots.
I think
run off to Madrid regardless.
I think Trent is running off. I think we're gonna keep Salah and Van Dijk, but Trent is running off. But given how shit he was today, oh my god!
Yeah,
how do you fall for the same trick 20 times in one game? This guy is unbelievable.
It's called eye test. It's called eye test. Wait, hold on. Let me so Kenny, Salah. Talk to me. Is Salah the if Liverpool win the league, Salah the greatest player?
God damn.
Are you okay?
Madrat, all right. Sorry. Is Salah the GOAT, or does that live?
I think he's dying because he knows Zad might die.
Yeah, that was wrong. Crazy.
Sorry, continue.
But yeah, like, I think people have said that if he wins the league, he's going to have a serious case, like a very serious case. I do think that. Yeah, obviously, I think that a lot of the older generation, probably guys your age, not guys your age, but I do think like some of the older generation, like they're probably gonna stick with like the Henry because that's the guy they watch and all that stuff. But yeah, I do think that a lot of maybe new guys that have watched the Premier League, like maybe that in their early 20s or 30s, I think that a lot of people they might be like, I didn't really, probably, maybe they call like Lapo Henry, like Barca Henry and stuff like that. So yeah, I do think that if you're talking about most of these fans, I do think a lot of them, like, out of the, since then, the guy has probably, if I'm matching perform,
Real quick, Kenny and also HH, I just wanted to finish up with my previous point. I just want one last thing. If he wins the Premier League and Champions League, like at that point, there's no debate. He's miles above Gerrard. I'm sorry.
Like, he's already ahead of Gerrard already.
Yeah, he is. But
basically, all Gerrard has is that UCL in 05, which I still hold was amazing. But right now, he's ahead of Gerrard.
Gerrard,
if Liverpool fans want to be real and remove Scouse tax, he's Liverpool's greatest player.
Yeah, Scouse tax, man. Scouse tax is.
Now that slip actually hurt his legacy so bad. If he didn't slip, he might. If he didn't slip, there was a genuine conversation of like, is he like top 3 in Premiership?
Like let's say if Liverpool had won that league, especially with what the Cannibal was doing, and he had that UCL, then it's going to be difficult to oust Gerrard of that greatest Liverpool player ever. But based on just what happened, remember Salah already has a UCL, bro. Don't let Liverpool do a UCL in the league. With Salah doing what he's doing, then we're having, because once you have that, money maze. I'm sorry. Because let's be real. You want to call Mbappe KD? Henry was KD before KD for that Barca ring. He literally hopped onto that Barca train for Messi and Eto'o just to gift him a UCL title.
I mean, they do say that Mbappe is the reincarnation of Henry in France, so...
Except he's better.
Can you continue?
That's crazy. Well, yeah, like I said,
did you just say Mbappe is better than Henry?
Kenny.
For the
show me Henry's goal in a final. Kenny, go for it.
For the like I said, for the new like I said 20 like 30 and under.
Free kick. What the fuck?
Kenny, can you just talk?
I do think like for people 30 and under, I do think that Salah is probably going to be like, as much as people say it might not be the most pleasing on the eyes and all that stuff, just the amount, like the sheer consistency and like the numbers don't lie at some point. Yeah, it might not be the most pleasing on the eye and other stuff, but I'm sorry, the guy's numbers are ridiculous. Like year in, year out, like the guy the guy doesn't have a down year.
No.
Like since he stepped into the league, the guy has been consistently one of the best players.
He's never had a single bad year since he's been in the Premier League, which is crazy.
Which is crazy. So I'm like, as much as you might say, like he's been there for like 8 years. He's been one of the best players in the league every year. Like, I'm sorry, like the guy's been numbers-wise been crazy. And like I think, like Ricardo said, is he maybe the best player that I've seen? No, I think there's an argument there. But if we're talking greatness, you're talking about longevity, like the numbers, consistency. Like there's not much that you can agree. Like there's not much that you can argue against the guy. Like, and as much as you might not like the way he plays, but the guy is effective, man. The guy scores. The guy can have shit. Like for example, against Everton, the guy didn't play that great. The guy still have a goal and an assist. So as much as like you might say it doesn't play the best.
So for you, subjective individually, do you put more weighting on effectiveness and numbers or on Salini and eye test and aesthetics?
When it's greatness specifically, I take more account like numbers. I do like if we're talking about best players that I've seen, that's one of the cool, it's game on. But when we're talking about greatness, as much as the Salini and all that stuff is nice, like what did you do with all that Salini? No, like, it's nice to have Salini, but if you weren't effective or if you didn't win stuff enough, like, there's a lot of guys that had Salinis that had great 1 or 2 great seasons. Yeah, it was nice, but what was the
coach?
You know why do I? You know.
Bro, Okocha has the streets, man.
I was literally about to say that he had the streets. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Only Nigeria streets.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, the world streets.
But yeah, like, as much as you understand, like I said, when it comes to greatness, like I said,
but here's my thing about the whole thing. 20, 30 years from now, which clips are going to be played more? Salah's clips or Hazard's clips? Because my argument is...
Oh my God.
No. Okay, no. Let me explain myself. Because, Kenny, my point is that what stands the test of time is Salini. Like, stats are for the guys who are living right now, so we can appreciate it. 30 years from now, a guy's going to go, okay. Oh, goal, assist. A goal, assist. But he's going to be like, oh, look at that dribble. Look at that strong leg. Oh, look at that Rabona. Oh, wow. Oh, jeez. Ah,
No.
That's what's going to be those reactions and everything.
Someone clip that. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what that was.
160.
What stands the most out is like if you had good, like I think Manu said this, did you have great moments and like in those like big moments, big games, did you produce? Yeah, like most people, like Hazard is yes, over a 90-minute game, Hazard is more pleasing to watch on the eye. Like yes, yeah, I do. Like, even if you're a Liverpool fan and Salah fan, like if you bring yes, Hazard is more pleasing to watch on the eye. But like I'm sorry, and Hazard is probably my favorite Chelsea. Like I'd put Drogba above him, but like just below Drogba, Hazard is probably like. And honestly, if we're talking just like best player to watch, Hazard it was more pleasing to watch than Drogba. Yeah.
Well, that's not even a conversation, man. What
as much as I like Hazard, like over a league season,
oh, Kenny, I think you're talking from the outer realm.
Can I speak on this?
The stats guy got to.
If we're talking over a season, like Salah is just gonna be, he's gonna win you more games. That's just how it is.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, the aim is to win leagues.
But do you think Salah and what he's done will stand the test of time? Where 30 years from now, guys will be like, "Oh wow, this was an amazing player." 30 years from now,
of course. So just because he doesn't have the best like item, like the guy still is. The guys like some of the goals he scored, some of his passes, like maybe he's not as pleasing as the eye as like Henry or Hazard. The guy is still very, very like he still has some great highlight. He's got some bangers.
Can I ask something? Do you think Rooney was pleasing on the eye? Because I don't think he was.
He was, but not to a high extent.
It's only subjective at that point.
He was like because like my older brother, like that's like one of his favorite players, obviously because he's a United fan, but said like he's a huge Rooney fan. So Rooney, and I'm not as much of a Rooney fan as other guys are, but I can still take a step back and be like, no, the guy on a technical level, for a guy who was chubby and had like a mini beer belly, the guy had some tech. In
the early part of his career, he was a bully.
Bro, that goal against City, that overhead goal, that goal was stupid.
Yeah, but like for example, Rooney is if you're looking at it, you don't see like a lot of Rooney comes per se. Like which Rooney comes do you see around? And Rooney is still regarded as like one of the best players in like like I said in the conversation with Henry and Salah for GOAT of the Premier League. So yeah, as good as like Rooney was not like some crazy like for he didn't have some crazy.
Okay. To be in the GOAT conversation, do you need to be trending on Twitter with a compilation?
No.
Nah.
Nah.
What? You don't have to.
No, you don't. No, you don't have to. But if we're being real, like most of the guys that are trending with compilation on, like they're not. Like I like Ronaldinho, but Ronaldinho is not like some. Is he really a goal or Neymar? Is really Neymar? Are they goats? They're like great dribblers.
No. Come on, Kenny. There are different kinds of goats. There's goats, and there's goats for the streets. There's like
that's
goats.
what I'm saying.
No. Come on, Kenny. There are goats and there are goats. There are goats. Basically, Pele, Maradona, Messi, Arnold. Those are goats, but there are goats. That's there are basically there are goats and there are goats.
Well, where's Goatnaldo?
Where's Goatnaldo in all of this?
Is he in a different goat category?
I can know that my headphones are going crazy. Okay, you're cutting out. You're cutting out.
Yeah, no,
you're shameless, man.
That's crazy.
That brother can score 1,000 goals and he's not in any goal combo, man.
Referee saw, man.
Go for the record books. Go for the record books.
He's
a record book goal.
Let's go.
Referee, so get that bum out of here, man.
Ronaldinho and Neymar probably have like the greatest comps on X that you can see around.
Yes.
But like when we're talking about greatest players, like you don't mention.
Can you just say greatest comps on Twitter, because when you say X, I keep thinking of like X videos. Someone says
on sex addict.
You're Rachel.
That's crazy. That's what. But yeah, like if we're taking strictly comp, like some of the stuff Neymar was doing of Ronaldinho, you say it's crazy. But when we're talking about greatest players, let's be real, like they're not in convos like that. Neymar is not in convo for greatest player. No, neither is Ronaldinho. Because at the end of the day, like they lack, especially Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho lacks numbers and stuff like that to be in them conversation. As great as he was as an individual, numbers wise. Now I'm sorry, like if you're being real, we bring up Ronaldinho because he was peak wise best players, yes. But if we're talking about greatest, I'm sorry, Ronaldinho is not like he's not even top 5, top 10 greatest players.
Anybody who's 40 is gonna have a heart attack.
Ronaldinho is not top 10.
If you're talking great, if we're talking,
we're gonna have an argument on that show, man. I'm gonna have some serious arguments.
No, but if you're talking about best, if you're talking about best,
is not top 10.
Great
Ronaldinho, a guy who single-handedly birthed an entire generation of Barca fans.
Yeah,
Kenny, that's why.
That's different. That's influence. So we're not talking about
that counts. Influence counts for greatness. The heck.
That doesn't supersede people's actual accomplishment in the sport.
Oh, get the F out of here, bro. The hell? Wait, hold on. No, I'm going to Chronicle. Trust me, Chronicle.
Yeah, go up to him.
So I just want to talk about argument trying to dispute the fact that although Henry was playing against a lot harder teams and stuff, the top teams, I'd actually argue a lot of the Premier League clubs that are average level have actually gone up a level recently. Like for example, Fulham, Bournemouth, Newcastle, these regular clubs below 20 years ago were definitely not at the level that they are now. So I think greatness comes in the fact of sheer consistency. Although we love to talk about eye test on players, I think overall it does come down to numbers at the end of the day. I mean, especially in a world where everyone values stats so highly. Of course, clutches in big moments, of course, helps as well. I think Salah's got a good sample size of clutch moments in the Premier League. And if he lifts another Premier League title and, possibly wins the Champions League. I don't know. Real Madrid might have something to say about that, but I think he goes down as the GOAT, in my opinion. I think he's number one after that. I don't think there's anything else you can really dispute. Although Henry looks better on the eye, and
So who do you have as a GOAT now?
Still Henry. I haven't really thought about it much, but it's still Henry. But that's been for a while, and obviously I was too young to even watch him anyway. I've only actually seen comps of him, but I think Salah has just topped him in almost every metric apart from the eye test at this rate. The level of consistency, the fact that we're even bringing up Messi numbers and stuff. I know he's not too close to him, but the fact that you're even doing
in
that
the conversation
shows the levels of consistency that he has. It's unfathomable. I have never seen anything like this in the Premier League because I mean, Aguero was always scoring a lot of goals, but he'd always get injured, and he'd miss out on some really high volume seasons. So yeah, that's just my opinion. I think Salah will be number one at the end.
All right, let me quickly just hear the Dwayne's my shout to J2S. Disputed, Liverpool had a trophy parade, 22 FA Cup and Carabao.
That's crazy.
It was the worst parade of.
Why is this correct for that? Why?
Better than nothing.
Did you know? I just want to point out. Did you know that parade had more attendance than a City's treble parade?
That's
that was about 50 people.
Under COVID, there was a higher parade.
Abdallah was
there. No, that was the season after COVID. There were fans.
And real quick, I'm saying on the streets, when people always say, "Yeah, this guy's top 10," like do an actual top 10. And then see who you're kicking because I love Ronaldinho. Yeah, you guys are acting as if
he's my favorite player of all time. He's not top 10, bro.
Yeah, because people always say, "Oh yeah, it's definitely because people always say it's definitely top 10." And then when you compare with other players, then now people are gonna be like, maybe he's not actually top 10. Like,
you know what, Kenny? It's not even that hard to conceptualize that. Like, he's comfortably not top 10.
Wow. All right,
bro. Like, I like Kobe Bryant, bro. I'm not putting him in no top 5 combos. Like, I'm sorry. It's just
Ricardo. Thank you, man.
Cause Penny Hardaway exists.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Ivan. Sorry. Mo has no big moments or ties to decide how much.
That's a
lie. Do you know the man understands that Salah has dunked on City? The man understands that Salah has dunked on all his big teams.
He's a City fan.
Basically City fan.
Absolute waffle. No facts whatsoever.
Mo lost AFCON as favourites. No open goal in a final. But we are talking about what he's been doing for Liverpool,
can I just say,
Egypt.
This is Premier League greatness.
Can I just say, by the way, IFL, as you are a Man City fan, can I just say that De Bruyne is the reason Hazard doesn't have a World Cup?
Yes.
That's
fact.
true.
Yes. Thank you.
Not gonna lie, they're not beating Croatia in that final.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Wait. Hold up. No. Wait,
what the fuck you talking about?
Zad doesn't touch Croatia now. Are you
It's
sick?
really close game, I
According
think.
to the line, man.
Do you know that Belgium were the best team, and that's what based on wise they were the best team in that World Cup.
They weren't.
Yeah, they were. They were the best team in the World Cup. Yeah, they were. Aguero 93-20 goal versus.
Oh my god! Yeah. Hey, get out of here, man.
Elijah, thank you for the man. Oh, I'm going to get to it. 10 defeats to Liverpool for Pep. 10 defeats. Jesus.
Yeah, Pep's
Wait,
win
is
rate
that more than
25%.
Madrid? Hold on. Is this more than Madrid? I'm
Well,
not
they
sure.
play
Is Madrid
Liverpool
on nine?
more often.
But they play Liverpool more. But that's
no,
not crazy.
but if it's Pep's career, right, it also includes his time at Barca.
But how long was he at?
Yeah,
he was
but
there
he
for
was-
3 seasons?
He was too busy dunking. No, but they had like 5 classicals every season.
That's what Elijah, for 24 months. And now you're going to believe us. Well,
That's the same as
Arsenal still have a
Arsenal.
chance. If Arsenal beats Forest, it's still title.
Yo.
AJ
Chaos Black needs to
Crawford.
get put on timeout, man.
So Barry, Salah.
So what's the question?
So basically, if Salah does what he does, he's going crazy, goals and assists, crazy carry job, Liverpool win the league, playing how he's playing and his whole career, is he the greatest Premier League player of all time? No dispute, no argument.
He'll get closer, but it's one of those things where wait, give me a quick second. I'm just standing the mic. Give me a quick second. Yeah, it's one of those things where everyone has their own criteria. For example, you like numbers. No, you like aesthetics, Salini, whatever. I like the combination of things. And for example, that's why I love Messi so much, because he has the combination of Salini and the numbers.
Yes.
And Salah, it's not that I really like to watch him play. I think he's a bit awkward at times with the way he dribbles and all that, but I have to respect the numbers that he's been putting up year after year after year consistently. And I always said that if it wasn't for the great dynasty of Man City, maybe he could have even more. Yeah. But it is what it is. But this year, I think they got it. Arsenal, it's unfortunate, but I don't think it'll be their year. So it's going to have 2. But it's going to depend on if he can get a 3rd one and consistently continue, then we can have a real discussion, because it's going to be too much to deny.
Shout out to Aragon. Didn't Wales give birth to Zad in 2016 at HH? That was when he was Hazard. He became Zad in 2018. and Zad lasted from 2018 to 2019.
But you know one thing.
So that was not Zad. Zad was born in the summer of 2018. No, he was born in the summer of 2018.
Zod. Mahrez is clear of Zod. Clear of Zod. Mahrez.
No, he's
clear.
not.
No, he's not. Okay, so guys, let's talk about it. So guys, here's
let me start on that, man. I got some smoke.
All right. So what's it called? Now, someone said something very, very rude on my YouTube vid. Someone said, and please don't take this wrong with this. I'm only repeating what this person said, so this is not from me. Someone said
you co-signed it.
No, I did not. Someone said sushi niesta.
Yeah, respect my culture, man.
Origato saimasu. Origato saimasu. You know, daijobu.
I wanted to laugh, but I had to, you know.
So, what's it called? Which is crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Modric is 39 years old. Now, that's obviously old for a guy like me who's like way younger.
Age is just a number.
So like that's like a super old fogey. But my thing is, I said that Modric retire. You're old. This is elderly abuse. You can't keep wheeling out this guy with a piss bag and a morphine drip next to him and everything. No one needs to see it. No one needs to see a guy on morphine drip trying to play football. But in a world of robots, in a world of people that can't really say what's up, Modric is important because he reminds people of what football should be about, and it reminds people of Tek, Tesh, Lala, Tata, Sasa, Alata, Titi. And am I wrong in saying that outside of Pedri, is there a better central midfielder than Modric?
Yes, you are wrong.
McAllister.
There isn't.
McAllister.
Gravenberch.
There is.
No. Based on performance and Tech and Tesh. Tesh is also real. So I'm talking Tesh, Lala, I'm talking eye test.
There isn't.
But the guy's unemployed right now.
Yeah, look, the guy's unemployed, bro.
He's getting off drugs.
No, okay, basically, my thing is this, okay, let me come to Barry. With what Modric is doing at 39 years of age, is he now clear of Xavi and Iniesta? Because Xavi and Iniesta, these guys were non-existent after 30.
Okay, so first of all,
yes.
I'm gonna say a few things. So first of all, I want to give the guys flowers. I think he's what do you call that? Mount Rushmore? Yeah, I think he's on the Mount Rushmore in the midfielder. I think he's better than Pirlo. I think he's better than Scholes. Yes.
Yeah.
I think he's better than Scholes.
Better than Pirlo.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, Pirlo was better.
Oh, just shut your mouth, man. Shut your mouth.
Okay,
shut your mouth.
Okay, Barry, continue.
Yeah. I want to give his flowers. He's a Mount Rushmore, and he's a legend. I respect him. But okay, Ricardo, do you know I see a certain loop with this guy? So Modric, 39 years old. Let's say he drops disaster class. We don't hear of him at all.
Oh, I know.
The second,
this is shameless.
Hold on, Ricardo. The second he drops a great pass or a great goal. Oh man. He's better than He's better than Iniesta. He's better than Xavi. Is he that really better? How good was he that really?
No, Barry. You know what's worse? This whole season, he was slandering Modric.
Hold on, wait.
Hold on. You were slandering Ancelotti. Every time you were talking about somebody getting injured for Real Madrid's midfield, he's like, really, you're gonna put a 39 Pittsburgh geriatric Modric on the pitch? Like, you are like Real Madrid fans, Nomad, Sumia, all these guys in the chat. You're being gaslighted right
now. Guys, this is a lie.
No, guys.
Guys, this is a lie, by the way, but continue.
Streets. This is a loop. We don't hear of Modric at all, and the only time we hear of him is slander. And the second he does something better than Xavi, better than Iniesta. And here's the thing. This is why we love the game, because not everything is the same. Xavi and Iniesta, they did it earlier. I mean, they're in the same age range. I think Iniesta is 40, 41, something like that. And Modric is 39. They're in the same age range. But Iniesta, he peaked earlier and completed the sport earlier. And Modric, he did it later and he completed the game later. But the thing is, when we have these discussions, is that Why is it that Zidane and Iniesta have done things at the World Cup final, but Modric, when he was in the same exact position, he didn't do much?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, we have to.
Don't
have
to.
to.
No, they were 90. They were 90 minutes. They were 90 minutes away. They were 90 minutes.
Wait. So you're gonna compare Croatia and Spain?
It's the final. You're in the position. You have to do something. Zidane has done it. Iniesta has done it. If he's better than these two, why has he done it?
No.
Big footballing nations, though.
You know what's funny? No, Barry. You know what's funny? Barry, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Zidane delivered France their first World Cup. Iniesta delivered Spain's first World Cup. When you gave the platform to Modric, sorry,
you can't do it.
Cringe.
Guys,
exactly.
This agenda stinks.
Oh my god.
Wait. No. How's it an agenda? I give the guys fun. What are you talking about?
You're just a straight up liar, man. Like I don't know what else to say.
How am I a liar?
Just straight up dishonest. Anyway, just finish.
No, come on, Bar. You cannot use that Croatia. You cannot compare that Croatian team to that France team.
They were 90 minutes. They were 90 minutes away from winning the World Cup.
You're going up against Messi's daddy. What do you expect?
They got there by accident. Like they just drew a lottery and then they say, let's put Croatia in the final. Like, bro, they deserve to be in the final. They could have won. They scored 2 goals and they got scammed from that Griezmann free kick that should have been a foul.
Yeah,
you guys are sick, man.
I don't know what it is. It's not disrespect. It's not agenda. It's no disrespect. It's the truth. Iniesta and Zidane scored in the final. What could Modric to do it? It's just a question. He's in the final.
To be fair, Rakitic pulled his weight, by the way.
He sees the trophy. What can he do it?
So is this? Wait, is this
Okay,
your only argument?
So let's say some Modric defense before we go.
Okay. First of all, real quickly. First of all, is this your argument, by the way? So this is your argument that Iniesta and Xavi are better because they have a World Cup.
No. We can go more in depth, but I have to let other people speak.
Okay, I'll let Armchair.
Yeah, have some shame. Thank you. 3.8 million. Sorry, continue.
Wow.
I'll let Armchair Critico next. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so just can you hear me?
Yes.
So I think Modric is one of the most complete central midfielders of his generation. He's basically great at everything: ball carrying, retention, dribbling, defensive duties.
Oh my god!
But the way he was carried by Vinicius, Benzema, Cristiano in the Champions League knockouts, the way he was carried by Mandzukic and Perisic in the World Cup, and still scammed the Ballon d'Or because Ronaldo went to last.
What?
I wasn't expecting that. That turned.
That's who left. What the hell?
And robbed the bronze ball in 2020 because he's a war refugee and doesn't really.
Wait. Hold on. I'm just crazy. You're saying that he scammed the Ballon d'Or. He scammed
all, his name is Throne Critic.
Obviously it did. I think Ronaldo, Messi, and
hold on. Chris, what?
I think Ronaldo, Messi, and Salah were clearly better in 2018 than him.
Are you high or are you sick or are you on drugs?
Let him cook.
Wait, hold on. Do you know? Wait, hold up. Do you know he was the best player on the pitch in that UCL final, and he was arguably one of the best players in that World Cup final?
Only in that game, though. Besides that,
that's the most important freaking game.
No, was, by the way, I think Bale was the most decisive player. Modric had a good game, but I think Bale was the most decisive player in the final.
No, but who was the best player? Who was the guy? Who was the reason why the game?
Origi was incredible in the semi-final and the final of 2019 Champions League. Will we give him the Ballon d'Or for that?
You're comparing Origi's performance.
Origi was more decisive than Modric was.
You know what?
Wait. How? Of course, an attacker is going to be more decisive because those are the guys that are scoring goals. But a midfielder's role different from an attacker's role.
Swiftly moving on. I do think he belongs in the same bracket as Xavi and Iniesta. Just to be serious, I think Xavi and Iniesta had far more favorable conditions than Modric did at both club level and international level. And I think Modric would do better if you just throw these players in random teams. Like in the Premier League, Bundesliga, and Serie, I think Modric would adapt and do better than Iniesta. But I think in ideal conditions, Xavi and Iniesta are just better. So I think he's purely in central midfield. If you exclude attacking midfielders, like
so hold on. So basically, you're calling Xavi and Iniesta system merchants and Modric is not a system merchant. Is that what you're saying? Okay,
I
cool.
do.
Continue. Moving on swiftly.
I agree. I agree. They are system players, but I think they reach the highest level a midfielder can reach in that system, as we saw in 2008 to 2012. But I think Modric is probably top 4 central midfielders that I've seen after Xavi, Iniesta, and Pirlo.
Okay, you know, a lot of people don't talk about bro. Iniesta used to dunk on this guy in these
Okay, real quickly.
He used to
can I
cripple
go
him.
next? Okay. First of all, I would like to just.
I have to ask HH this. Where do you rank Modric among central midfielders of this century?
This century?
No, just give your top 5 all time. Give your top 5 all time.
Wait, hold on. Like, no, it's something that's such a
central means no Zidane.
That is such a heavy-handed question. Critic, I need some time to think on that. But put it this way. He's top 5, but I need to think and properly put where he is.
Do you rank him above Xavi?
Give a rough draft.
Do you rank him above Xavi?
Yeah, no, I'm putting him above Xavi. And with regards to Iniesta, let me think on it, but I might put him above Iniesta based on the system match and stuff. But when we're talking about Pearl and Zid, you need to just chill. Let me think on the Pearl and Zid.
Okay. Can I just quickly go next? First of all, I want to say something about there's something about Clásicos. Oh, Iniesta won more Clásicos. For me, that doesn't mean anything because Iniesta kept losing in Champions League away games to Italian and German teams while Modric balled in them. So who cares if he lost league games against him when Modric is a far superior Champions League player to either Xavi or Iniesta? He's had more decisive moments in the Champions League than Xavi and Iniesta. He's won more Champions League. And this is the arrogance and the delusion of Barcelona fans. The Barcelona fans will look you straight in the eye and say Messi is a better player than Ronaldo. They'll look you straight in the eye and say Xavi and Iniesta are both better than Modric. And then they will have no explanation why Madrid has so many more Champions Leagues than them, because they are low IQ and morons. This is the problem. And I will
wait, hold on, no.
This is why do you use that against?
Hold on. Hold up. The thing is, we all acknowledge that okay. See, for example, me and Ricardo, during these Madrid three-peats, they have the better team. Our defense was not as good.
No. But what you that's not the only thing, right? You have 5. Madrid has 15. So know your place and shut your mouth. First of all.
Wait, why do you bring 100 years of history to dictate how
you can go
players
like those Franco uses are a bit crazy.
Okay, no.
Those Franco uses are a bit crazy. They're not counting offsides or fouls, and they were giving penalties out of the box.
Okay,
hold on.
Just focus on Modric. Like, let's just focus on Modric. Undisputed. Focus on Modric.
The thing is, Modric,
this guy's retarded. He used trophy logic.
First of all, Modric has won 5 Champions League since the last time Barcelona reached the final. So there's clearly something they're doing right that you're not doing. First of all, this international thing, right? Like, it's completely just such a terrible argument. You can't even begin to compare that Spain team to that Croatia team. That Spain team had Fernando Torres, David Silva, and Cesc Fabregas on the bench. Like, how can you even begin to compare these two teams? It's a completely different stratosphere. It's completely dishonest. And by the way, the funniest thing is, right, that 3 average midfielders in Enzo Fernandez, Alexis McAllister, and Rodrigo de Paul did everything that Spanish trio did, by the way. They did everything internationally that Spanish trio did. So what was it really that special?
That is a poor analysis of.
No. Is it really that special, or was it more so circumstances and things like that?
That is not dumb.
In terms of actual ability, right? In terms of actual ability, Modric is miles better than either Xavi and Iniesta were defensively. He's miles better out of possession. He's way faster than Xavi. He's way more athletic than Xavi. He's a way better dribbler than Xavi. He can play in any system. He can drop an amazing game, even when his own team has 35% possession, such as against Pep's Bayern when they won 4-0. He's so much more versatile. You can throw him, if you threw all of them in like Aston Villa or Newcastle or a random Premier League team, Modric would instantaneously be amazing. Xavi would look like shit because he's unathletic, first of all. A lot of Xavi's lack of athleticism is the main reason to why Barcelona didn't win as many Champions Leagues as they should have, even with Messi. By the way, they were regularly outplayed in midfield in these big Champions League games. Xavi and Iniesta, they were regularly bullied by physical midfielders like Schweinsteiger and Javi Martinez, which Modric would not have been bullied because he's better than them. And lastly, if it was Xavi in that Croatia team instead of Modric, they don't even make it out of the group. So I don't know what you're talking about. And
What are these
In
ifs,
gen-
man? Ifs. No,
in general,
I thought we were
right?
gonna talk about
and this-
hardcore facts, not hypothetical
this- no,
situations.
Yeah,
Oh,
ifs.
no.
Ifs.
You want
Let us
hard,
dream.
Yeah,
Dreams can make
no.
reality.
And
Continue.
you want a hardcore facts. Well, he's far more successful in the Champions League than your club. This is a fact. First of all,
I thought you didn't like
you had the
I
goat.
thought you
in
didn't
Messi.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's hear from Ricardo. Ricardo, so talk to me, Modric.
I mean, I guess this is what half a decade of trauma from Real Madrid does to Liverpool fans. But it is
That's some cuck energy, man.
No.
What's it
Wait,
called?
Ricardo.
What's it called?
Ricardo,
22 settings. Drought 22 settings.
Talk.
What's that thing?
22 settings.
I'm trying to talk.
Drought 22 settings.
I think that's called like Stockholm syndrome, when you fall in love with your abusers or something. But anyways,
Yeah,
moving. Look, I've always been clear with Modric. He's top 5. He's better than Pirlo for me. It's not even a fucking conversation. All right.
No, hold on, Ricardo.
Jesus Christ! Can I get like 10 seconds into my soliloquy?
Let's talk.
Shut the fuck up, man. Damn.
Anyways,
let's be civil-ish.
Coming in from my favorite arch rivals, Modric was greater than Zidane in a Real Madrid uniform, and a lot of Zidane's legacy at club level is tied to Real Madrid. And Real Madrid fans would actually agree with you that Modric is the greatest Real Madrid midfielder of all time. So have fun trying to defend Zidane in that regard. Look, Modric, there are qualities about him that he has over Xavi Iniesta. Obviously, the defensive end of the game is better. He's more complete. He's more well-rounded. Okay, but just because you're more well-rounded doesn't mean you're the best player. I'm sorry, are we going to say Yaya Toure is the best player of all time? No, that's what I thought. When it comes to midfield roles, football, you play various different ways, like various forms. Now you can say if he will play Tottenham, if he played in Manchester City, United, Chelsea, Barcelona, Real Madrid. Bro, these are all ifs. Let's talk about what actually happened. All right. Was he great at that World Cup? Of course he was. But he had a great team around him. Let's not try to act like that.
Great team.
You don't.
There's some great players in that team, man.
Look, hold on.
Let's talk. Ricardo.
Look, I said a great team. That doesn't mean that the players individually themselves were all-time great players. As a unit, they were a very good team. Are you going to dispute that? I mean, you don't get to a World Cup final on accident, bro. Like, we're talking about a World Cup final. Following that, did he deserve to win Player of the Tournament? In my opinion, he did. Did he deserve to win the Ballon d'Or? In my opinion, he did. It was either him or Ronaldo in 2018, even though some people would say, look, 2018, Messi had a great season. Some people would say, was it Griezmann? Yeah, Griezmann had a great season. Salah as well, right? But Modric won, he deserved it, in my opinion. You have a lot of people that say, no, Ronaldo deserved to win it because of Champions League, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, we have people in this hangout that like to say, Messi robbed one of Iniesta's Ballon d'Ors in 2010. Okay, so that's the same shit there. I mean, let's not try to act like that ain't true. So people say that. So
and he robbed Haaland.
No.
Continue.
We're good.
Good try.
Good try, Ricardo.
AJ, can you slap him up? Can you slap him up?
Sure. Hold on, let me start. One more for the culture. One more for the culture.
One more from
one for the culture. One more for the culture. Continue.
Look, dribbling wise, Iniesta's clear here. Is not even a point of the debate. And amongst three of them, by the way. When it comes to passing, I'm sorry, Xavi is by far the better passer of any of these guys. With short and long range, it doesn't matter. If we talk about big game player, I'm not saying that. To be fair, all these three guys are big game players. Like Xavi has dominated international tournaments. He's one of the only midfielders. I think he is the actually only midfielder who's ever registered 30 assists in a single season. So you can't, and he did it from a deeper phase of the game, like in a proper central midfielder. He dictates the game better than all these guys. When it comes to big game, Modric's obviously a big game player. You don't win 5 or 6 Champions League, however much he has, and get to a final of a World Cup and not be a big game player. Iniesta, but to be fair, Iniesta out of all these three is probably the biggest one. Let's not try to act like that isn't true either. I'll be honest, like at this point, he's just kind of playing with house money because HA's very called you out. He called you out. Like, come on, bro. Like, you've been slandering this guy about like he should retire, this, and that, taking 1 year contract. And the moment he scores a worldie, which was a fantastic goal, that's a goal deserving of winning any game. Now we're gonna revisit this conversation. I'm sorry, like
I just see a loop, man. I see a loop.
Yeah. You know, there's some trauma there.
Ricardo, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So where do you rank him though? Like among central midfielders of his era, of this century? Like
of his era, what are you? Okay, from 2000 onwards.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, well that's half of like Zidane's career. Like,
okay, excluding Zidane, I count Zidane as an attacking midfielder. So let's exclude him.
Well, attacking midfielder. I don't see him that. Well, I mean, he's third. He's behind Xavi. Well, then you can say Iniesta's an attacking mid. He's not really a central midfielder either.
Yeah, because Iniesta's an attacking midfielder.
Like the guy played out left wing for a good portion of.
Because when you look like central midfielders, that's Schweinsteiger.
Okay, if you're talking about
that's Xavi. That's Pierre, and Pirlo was like a deep line playmaker. So that's a different midfield role.
I mean, like if you're talking about central midfielder, he's second, right behind Xavi. Like in terms of that role in specific, like bro. Xavi is the ultimate central midfielder. Like, I'm sorry, he just is.
I think in possession he is, but overall, I don't know.
He's kind of mediocre out of possession.
Yeah.
Okay, but again, look.
Well, he is though. He's slow and he's weak.
So is Pirlo. Who cares?
No, like, I agree. I agree with that. That's a weakness. How can you ignore the fact that Modric is way
my thing is that because you mentioned house money. So you're saying what he does now at this age does this add to his legacy, or is this just like side quests?
It adds to his legacy, of course, but it's not gonna be worth like moving the
needle.
The needle, like unless he does something like, bro, let's say Jude gets like a season-ending injury and you slot Modric in there, and then he goes crazy in the Champions League and you fucking like, I don't know, masterclasses. Like at 39, that's fucking impressive. But let's be honest, it's not gonna happen. Like he only started today because it's fucking Girona. Like if he was coming against
and Bellingham was out.
Bellingham was out. Like I say, if one of these guys get injured, he's not going to be the first guy to come in. Like he's going to be the first guy to maybe come off the bench, sure, but like his legacy is already set. Like it's done. Like I'm sorry to a lot of people. I mean, this is the beautiful side. Some people believe that Modric is better than Xavi and Iniesta. Some would say Zidane. Some people don't. My opinion is that he's not. But just to have him behind Xavi, if you exclude Iniesta, Zidane, what's so bad about that? Like I don't know why that's like a crime against humanity.
I think that the problem a lot of people have, right, and this is very, very simple, is that first of all, I think Xavi's career was too easy. It's like he played football on easy mode in the sense that he had the perfect players around him.
That makes no sense.
It is kind of
or did he make it look easy? That's
very good because my thing though is he was if you ask, he was you could say the best player for Spain was maybe Iniesta, David Villa, Messi. He was the most important player for Barcelona and Spain in terms of how those teams functioned. He was the most important player.
Do you think it should be held against Xavi that he got benched by Deco under Rijkaard?
No, because Rijkaard's system was an antithesis of what Xavi was about. So Rijkaard's system wanted to do, which was more direct, much more attacking. Xavi was not right for it. So once a guy came that was right for Xavi, he became the fulcrum and the nucleus of and the
do you not
heartbeat
think
of
that's
two
a
teams.
flaw, though? Do you not think that's a flaw?
No. You can view it both ways. One way you can view it as a flaw is, you're a system, it's going to only work under a system. Another way is that you literally are the heartbeats and the nucleus of an entire team, and the team can only function with you. So that's huge. If let's say you are literally the heartbeat of a team, where you literally define how a team plays, and you literally are controlling an entire game based on yourself, do you know how crazy that is? For over 90 minutes, you're controlling an entire game. So it works both ways.
Listen, do you not rate peak over longevity?
What was it?
Do you not rate prime or other peak form over longevity?
I mean,
you do, right?
No. Here's my thing. Because whenever I do football battles, that's why when I do football battles, I like to use different attributes. So peak is one attribute, longevity is another attribute. Now, for me personally, I rate your peak and your moments higher than anything. But if you want to have a real nuanced overall discussion We have to take everything into account and see how well you do under every single attribute. So when we do football battles, how well do you take off all the different attributes? So longevity is an attribute that you have to use.
But do you not agree that if a player is clearly better during his prime, then being worse for longer doesn't really count for much?
No. But then, Chris, but then my point is, okay, a guy is good as a peak. How much better was his peak? How much better was player A's peak than player B's peak?
Like
and then so then if let's say it's close, but another guy's longevity is higher. If you now add it up math-wise, then the guy's better because he's much better longevity on only slightly worse peak-wise.
Yeah, but the problem is I think Xavi and Iniesta's peak was like clearly better. 30 assists, back-to-back player of the tournaments at the Euros, World Cup.
But then my argument is, I think their peak was better, but not by a massive margin. Their peak was better, but it's not a huge gap. Okay. Like, I think there's a much bigger gap of their peak than Toni Kroos's peak, but not much more of their peak than Modric's peak. I don't think it's more. Are you saying that there's a massive gap between Iniesta and Xavi's peak and Modric's peak?
Like when you look at 2010 Xavi, he had 10 goals and 31 assists. Was one of the
best. Forget stats. Use this thing. Can you use the eyeballs, my friend? Forget those numbers, man.
HH. 30 assists from a central midfielder.
Okay. Do you? By the way, HH, real quickly. Do you want to watch those assists? Because those are that's the funniest and most.
That's basically a Messi solo goal compilation.
It's a Messi solo goal compilation, and they use it as a Xavi assist stat. By the way, like if I would love to watch those assists together.
Okay, cool. Let me so shout out to MC member for 48 months. Ballon d'Or for holding 4 in a World Cup
final.
Man,
look,
this is actually a very good point because how many goals did Spain concede in the entire knockout stage in 2010? Zero. And Croatia conceded 4 in the final alone. And somehow these morons want to say that the conditions of Croatia and Spain were similar.
Basically,
this
just shows trash football analysis, bro. It's like, so Modric alone was the reason why they held 4.
No, the undisputed comment is that if you watch Barcelona and Spain, everybody knows that their possession base was a form of defense. And when you have someone like Xavi in midfield who can dictate and control the tempo of the game, that in itself is a form of defense. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here?
No, true. That's
and you think that if Xavi was in Croatia, he would have prevented those 4 goals with his
we don't do hypothetical.
Wait, hold on. Okay, shout to Jesus. Can anyone tell me Modric's career before 27? Hashtag let's PPT. But then it balances out because
he's a good player,
look at what he's doing at that. Like, he was still good, but obviously he was a late bloomer. But look at what he's now doing at.
He's a wonder. He's a wonder.
The interesting thing, right, is that Xavi's career before 27 isn't anything special either, and he was in like perfect conditions with amazing teammates.
How old was Xavi when Pep arrived?
28. He was 28.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
So he won Player of the Tournament and balled out of Euros before Pep.
So PLS 27. All I know is 4 UCLs plus 2 Euros plus 1 World Cup is greater than Modric's 6 UCLs. This Madrid fan can cry all he wants. He's clearly emotional. Now again, hold on. See, this just shows you the issue with this Bombers analysis. So Iniesta and Xavi alone by themselves won all those trophies. No, it was a team effort.
No, they didn't. That's the problem.
It's like what we talk about is what were their contributions, how important were they, and how much did they stand out, and what kind of help did they have compared to Modric. So forget about the 6, and also even for Modric 6 UCLs, he didn't win that by himself. Those was a team effort. What we're not saying is as individuals, how good were they in their roles? Forget the freaking trophies. But you can use the trophies to an extent in terms of what they did and their contribution to those trophies. But just having a blanket statement of like 8 trophies, 4 trophies, 8 more than 4, therefore they're better. Then you're being stupid.
Can I say one thing?
Barry, talk to me.
Yeah, no, I don't like using trophy logic because there's a lot of context when it comes to the results, how the game went, and so forth. I just wanted to say, I remember when they were head-to-head, and it was a younger Modric. It was prime Modric and an old man Iniesta. I remember who got the best out of these matchups. That's all I'm
saying. Okay, let me come to Nomad and to Chronicle. Nomad, talk to me.
Right. It's been 2 hours. Got a standing ovation in Bernabeu, man.
Nomad.
It's been 2 hours. It's 2 hours.
Liverpool, Salah, Lep, now Modric, my player, my team, nothing. Now after 2 hours, you're coming to me, but okay, thank you anyways. It for me is my midfield, top five. Like Zidane is Zidane, and no one's gonna ever come close to Zidane. Zidane is Zidane. That's it. End of discussion. He's the greatest footballer, greatest footballing figure, period. But even as a footballer, he's greatest footballer alongside Pele. That's it. It's done. No one's coming close. Not even Messi. It's just let's not even have that conversation. But after that, it's Iniesta. I'm sorry, Iniesta. Like he basically gave Messi a UCL career. You have to respect that. You know, he scored in that World Cup final,
Winning
the
goal.
only goal in that World Cup final, and gave Xavi a World Cup. So, like and I'm sorry, has Barcelona still won a UCL after he left? Even with Messi? No, they didn't, did they? So Iniesta is better than Modric. He is, even technically, and the kind of importance he has had, kind of versatility he has had, playing even as a wide playmaker on the left, all over the pitch, his stash, his clutch moments like the World Cup final and even in El Clásicos and all of that. And like he didn't leave in shame like Xavi. He left with dignity. He left with dignity. He's like, I want to leave. Like he didn't leave a washed player. He didn't like Xavi.
Xavi wasn't washed. I think washed.
Xavi left with a league title, no?
Xavi was benched by Xavi was benched by Rakitic.
Yeah,
Xavi was
true.
benched by Rakitic in 2015. No, this is my piece. Let me land. I waited for 2 hours.
Okay.
Xavi was benched by Rakitic. The best Barcelona team of all time isn't even Pep's Barca. It's 2015 Barca, which didn't have Xavi in it. It had Rakitic. Xavi had no part in that UCL run that they had.
And they keep crediting him for it, by the way. They keep saying, "Oh, Xavi
Exactly.
has scored."
Xavi had nothing to do. Xavi had nothing to do with that MSN 2015 team. Nothing. Rakitic did everything.
Nomad, by the way, Nomad. Xavi has 2 UCLs. Xavi has 2. That's it. With Barca in 17 years, he has 2.
Yeah, exactly. And also it's like two things which can basically end this discussion. One, Ballon d'Or. That's one part of the discussion. And the second is 6 UCLs. 6. Being the main part of each and every single one of those campaigns, not a passenger in even a single one of those campaigns, not even one. Main part of that midfield, each and every single one of those 6 campaigns, and he can still ball out and appear in this season's UCL final as well. That's possible even this season. And he's already in talks of getting a one more year extension because he wants to make the World Cup final next season. So he's already in the talks of having one last 1 year extension, and he wants to retire next summer. So I can still win one more UCL. So I'm sorry, Modric is clear of Xavi. Just like Iniesta is better than Modric, he just is. And I admit it as a Real Madrid fan. Modric is clear, easily, absolutely clear of Xavi. The only thing I'll give Xavi credit for is he's the single greatest Euros footballer of all time. Not just midfielder, footballer. He's the greatest Euros footballer of all time in football history. He is. He just is. So I'll give him that.
Yeah, sure.
But when it comes to the UCL, not even close. When it comes to World Cup, Iniesta gave him life. When it comes to the single best, most dynamic, most exciting Barcelona side, that was 2015 side. He was nowhere in sight. Rakitic benched him. So no, like it's Zidane, Iniesta, and then Modric for me. And Modric, you have to give him credit because of his longevity, because it shows you that it is someone that doesn't give up. Like even when it comes to someone like Messi and Ronaldo, right? Messi and Cristiano, you have to give someone credit who refuses to give up. Now, it's easy to tell people when you yourself are an underachieving, basically loser, a defeatist loser that leave the football before the football leaves you. No. If you're that guy, fight. Don't be a Hazard. Don't be a Neymar. Don't be a fucking Lance Armstrong Pogba. Fight.
What?
If you're declining, fight. Like, if you're declining, if you're not that guy, find a way to still function. Find a way to still keep yourself relevant. Fine, you're not going to be able to do the thing that you used to do. Father time comes for us all, but still keep being relevant at the highest level, either as a starter or as a bench player or in a on a lower quality team, whatever.
No, Mark, when your
Keep being
body
relevant.
is
Like
body is
don't go to fucking Qatar like Javi or Japan like Iniesta or fucking Saudi at 32 like Neymar or retire at 32 like that. No, then you're a bum. You're a bum. Like that's longevity counts as well. So the very fact that he's still at Real Madrid, the most high pressure dressing room in football, and under a club president like Florentino Perez, you see how Florentino Perez treats players, Ichis. You saw how he treated Cristiano. You saw how he treated Ramos. And he swears by Luka Modric. If Modric tells him, I'm willing to be a bench player, I'm willing to be a kind of a senior figure in the dressing room and come off the bench and play in these, like lower league tables, lower league teams in La Liga and sort of, I just want one last extension so that I could still make the World Cup next. Florentino Perez will give him that extension, even being the kind of ruthless man that he is. And I think that says something about him. Like, it's not just your ability, it's also the kind of like respect that you've garnered, not just in your club, but in the overall footballing community. Something like, even despite that headbutt in Osek, like the amount of respect Zidane has in the footballing community, even Pirlo, the amount of respect that Pirlo has achieved in the footballing community, and Iniesta. I don't know a single person, at least I have not known a single person personally who has ever said anything bad about Iniesta, even Real Madrid supporter. Like of course, they'll say that they prefer Modric and Cruz over Iniesta, but uh, there's nothing bad to say about Iniesta just because of his personality and the way he carried himself. Whereas so many people hate Xavi. So many people hate Xavi.
Okay.
That doesn't mean anything.
Wait, okay. So
of course it does.
So where are you ranking? Where are you ranking Modric in? Where are you ranking Modric overall?
He said third. He said third.
Third. Oh, okay. So third greatest midfielder of all time.
Yes, Zidane, Iniesta, and then Modric, then Xavi, and then Cruz.
All
right. Can I give props to Nomad?
Hold on. Okay, so Samasi, your thoughts on Modric, Samasi.
Oh, good lord.
I really don't care because we had that discussion like how many times, like they both had the advantages, they both had the faults. It's like an opinion, dude. All I'm saying is like the Ballon d'Or shouldn't be a fact because it's a popularity contest. I really don't care about who's better at it. I really don't.
The fact is, all of them are better than Schweinsteiger. That's all.
I heard like the last 30 minutes.
Okay. Wait, what's it called? Wait, well, Critical. Have you spoken on this, Critical?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so World Cup. That's more.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Chronicle and then Casey.
She's not lying. She's not lying.
Well, I think the matter is that I think people are getting very heated because it seems like there's a lot of Barcelona and Madrid fans just debating over who's number one or who's number two. Like, I mean, they're all almost an equal level, right? I mean, I'm seeing too much Xavi slander in here. I mean, you guys are doing a good job at propping up your players that you like, but you're very disingenuous in how you bring down other players. I'm hearing too much Xavi smoke here. I mean, although I only started watching when I was young, I won't forget the amount of time Xavi completely controlled a game on his back foot, like by himself. Although he's not getting on the end of many assists, or you say, oh, it's because Messi ran through 10 players and scored, sure. But what Xavi can do, I'm sure he has his downfalls as well, maybe not as agile. He has some attributes that are not as good as Modric's. I'd say just the importance that Xavi had on that Barcelona system and the peak that Barcelona achieved with the sextuple. Xavi was a massive heartbeat in that team, and he could have arguably, like what the arguments for Iniesta could have won a Ballon d'Or. I reckon Xavi could have won one as well. It was just because of how good Ronaldo and Messi were for so long that they just didn't get into it. And Modric was, I won't say lucky, but I'd say he was in a fortuitous position where Ronaldo and Messi didn't have as good a season. So Modric had the opportunity, especially in that World Cup run, to achieve a Ballon d'Or. So, yeah, I mean, for me, the top three, I'd go Iniesta, Xavi, and Modric, but that's not counting Zidane because I haven't seen Zidane. So,
that's fair.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Casey.
Just to confirm, are you talking about that French fraud or like the Croatian bump?
I'm talking about Modric.
So Croatian, okay, yeah. How many teams do you know have done a Euro, a World Cup, and a Euro?
No,
I mean, Argentina did the equivalent.
I'm
roughly.
saying you. No. I'm talking about Europe, not.
No,
not
but they
Copa
can't
America.
play in the Euros.
No,
What argument is that?
because you bring up UCL, like, so it doesn't really matter. Right? How many teams have done it?
No, but they can't
No
play
many
in
that
the
I can think.
Euros.
Okay, Casey, no many that I can think of. I can't think of one, but continue.
No, and this way, this is valid because Modric is also Croatian. He's European, so it is valid here. No, so actually, there's only one. It's Spain.
Okay.
When was the last time before Xavi that Spain won an international trophy?
I think it was in the 80s.
60s, 66, I believe.
60s.
Yeah, shout out Luis Suarez.
By Euro. Now, here's the thing, right? People can have opinions. They can like Modric more when you're wrong. Or you can like that French imbecile, useless piece of shit, team hopping player.
Well,
Yeah,
Didn't Zidane be the original KD, by the way?
a guy comes eighth in Serie and his team is paying the refs. Like, bro, that
Casey, can you just focus on Modric, please?
I still want to World Cup in the summer.
Respect Zizi.
same like
Casey, respect Zizi. Respect Zizi.
I still want to World Cup in the summer.
Casey, we're not gonna have any of the Zidane slander, but continue.
No, go.
Okay, and then, bro, Juve wins a UCL before he joins them. The moment he joins them, he gets dunked on.
How is this Zidane slander? Can this
let me name the place. No. Have a
You can't defend Xavi and Iniesta. You can't defend Xavi and Xavi.
I'm going after that Croatian bum also. He gets dunked on by Paul.
You can't defend Xavi and Iniesta.
Croatian bomb. Did you just say
Okay,
Croatian
bro,
bomb?
no man, I'm talking, bro. I didn't interrupt you, man. Seriously, bro, come on.
Friendly fire.
Gets dunked on by what? Roy Keane, Paul Scholes. If you ask any Juve fan, they will tell you Del Piero was a better player than him. So like, and he joins a Real Madrid that has won two UCLs before him, and doesn't win and wins one league with him and gets dunked on by Valencia. Rafa Benitez Valencia, by the way. So yeah, this is your goat. This guy's the goat then. Jesus Christ.
Casey, when are you gonna get on Modric?
Let's talk about Xavi. Okay. Now,
Casey, this is a Modric.
Let
him defend Xavi and then.
Yes. In 2010 World Cup, I'm going to ask you to watch a game, Germany versus Spain, the semi-final. Watch it again and look how many chances Xavi created. He got an assist also, by the way. And this is such revisionism because Iniesta scored in the final that he was their best midfielder. No, he was not. It was Xavi. Xavi was their best player against Portugal. He was their best player against Paraguay. He was their best player against Germany. It's not even close. It is not even close. Just look at the stats on big chances, or you can look at the games. Xavi should have had like 3 assists in that Germany game. Iniesta missed the sitter. Pedro missed the sitter. Gee, bro, let me speak. Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up.
I watched that game.
Bro, and here's the thing. He got the assist also. It's not that he didn't get an assist. He got here's the same thing. He got more assists in that Germany game than Modric got in his entire World Cup period. Like, Jesus Christ. Let's not even compare. No, the only assist that Modric got was when he gave to Pogba in the final. Oh yeah. This decided that Modric was good in that World Cup. Watch the final. Look what he did for the third goal. Look at it again. If Xavi does that, you will kill him.
Who gave Xavi the World Cup medal?
Let's Casey finish in the kitchen.
Who gave Xavi the World Cup medal? Iniesta. End of discussion.
For fuck's sake, who got them to the final? Even Xavi was better in the final.
No one cares. Who won it?
How do you reach a final? How do you win a final without
Who won it? Who won it?
Casey,
Who won
No,
it?
this guy has an IQ of
to final. You
Who won
can
it?
win it.
Who won it?
how do you reach how do you reach a final without
Okay, who
without
gave?
winning a
Wait, hold on,
semi-final?
Casey. Who gave Modric
Jesus.
all his UCL medals? Who gave
Yeah.
Modric all his
No,
UCL medals?
and here's the thing,
Logic.
I'm like after Ricardo, I'm the number 2 Cristiano hater. 2018, are you telling me Modric was
You
better
are
than
number
Cristiano
2.
with a straight fucking face? You're telling me with a straight fucking face that Cristiano is better than 2018 than Modric? Seriously. Like, I mean, like this sort of revisionism that you guys do.
No.
And why?
2018
and why are you
Modric
doing
deserved
this? I know.
Nah, don't do that, H. Don't, because you've said this stuff different bit before, man.
No, I've not.
No. And this balance argument. So let's just say that Rodri is the greatest DM of all time. That's just the debate.
Yeah,
is
he's
over.
better
It's
than
not
Busquets. He's better than Busquets.
Yeah. Because if Spain wins a World Cup in 2026, then yeah, let's just say that Rodri is the greatest DM of all time.
Your argument, the problem is your argument is as bad, right? Because you think McAllister, Enzo, and De Paul are as good as Modric, Xavi, and Busquets.
No, I don't.
Sorry,
No, but I
Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets. Yeah,
No, I
you do
don't.
because they won the same thing.
No. Xavi and Iniesta were the main guys for Spain. The main guy for Argentina was Messi.
The main guy for Spain was David Villa.
Wait,
In the last Copa America, Messi was nowhere, bro.
Let me take some debate. So
It
shout
was a fucking geriatric. It was an IV.
No, I mean for the
hold on.
World Cup.
So Zidane is easily the most overrated player ever.
Of course, yes. The guy's not even top 10.
No. My
He's
thing
a fraud. Absolute fraud.
Unless you watched him, you'd never. Basically,
I have
you had
watched
to
him.
be
I
there.
have watched
Yeah,
him.
basically, when I talk about guys like Nazario, like Zidane, you have to be there.
Okay.
So no, guys,
You're such a sneaky guy. You're such a
Casey,
sneaky guy, right?
Casey, you're too young. Casey, you're too young. Casey, you're too young. You have to be there.
I wouldn't say. Can I speak on this? I wouldn't say Zidane. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say
His
Zidane.
career was very disappointing for the talent he has had.
I was gonna say this.
Wait, hold on. Ricardo was saying.
I would say he's not overrated. He's just overprotected.
Exactly.
That's what I feel.
Say the Messi fanboy? Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Get the fuck out of here. Fucking Messi fanboy calling other people for overprotected.
Didn't Modric get bullied by Fofana and Reinders at age 39?
Do you know how many times Xavi got bullied in his prime? By the way, this is
exactly.
Every player has got some.
So Modric has won every single game in his prime. I mean, fuck it.
So we show Hamza's thing. What Cristiano has put forth in the last two international competitions was functioning. Because if so, I'd like to see what this function looks like. Camel League goals, wow.
We weren't even talking about Cristiano. Look at the PTSD.
No, because
Cristiano was there to be a senior figure. He was there for Godfather guidance.
We're not even discussing Cristiano. Where did Cristiano came out of?
Because
let me finish. So Argon, Modric gets adopted by Andre Gomez in 2016.
I'm just going to talk about that.
You can pick out several games where Iniesta, Zidane, Xavi, everyone has been adopted.
No, apparently it's only Xavi.
Seedorf isn't mentioned, yet did it for 3 teams.
He's not there.
Seedorf, top player, but I just think that I think Seedorf's thing is technically, in terms of what Seedorf could do with the ball, he's on a different level. But when you take everything into account, trophies won, consistency, what you've done, you're important to a team, I think Modric, Iniesta, Xavi are on a high level. Although technically Seedorf is on a different level.
Can I just quickly ask you something? Do you think if you look at the Spain team in 2010 and you look at the Croatia team in 2018, right? Say other than Modric himself, you take Modric out of it. You make a combined 11. How many Croatian players get in?
I don't think Modric is getting it.
I think Modric is better than Xabi Alonso.
No,
let's yes, he is, but let's look beside that. Let's look beside. Ignore that.
This is Zidane is greater than Messi.
Yeah,
Can you guys?
Wait. Okay, let's look at 2 points. I'm not sure how many Croatian players would get in the outer in that Spain 2010 team.
Do any of them get in? There's one.
Rakitic doesn't get in. So that made Mandzukic doesn't go in the head of David Villa or Fernando.
I'm warning you. No. I'm warning you. You want to play this game? Because I can bring up your GOAT if you want that. I can bring up 2002. And I can even bring up 98 if you're going to play this game.
What's your point?
This argument can go both ways. Come on.
No.
It's
The point is you're international.
Wait, hold on.
Can I just
on this
quickly
let's
finish?
talk.
Yeah, the point is, right, I think that the international argument is so lopsided, and deep inside everyone knows it's dishonest, because it doesn't matter if Spain didn't win many trophies prior to 2008. The fact is that from 2008 to 2012, Spain had by far the most stacked international team in the world. It's not even
the thing. No.
and it's not
Casey, that's a fact.
It's not even in the same universe. It's not even in the same universe. Anyone who denies this is a liar. Anyone who denies it is a
no. What Modric did for Croatia has to be taken over because of the kind of support he had for Croatia.
But if you bro, every single player in that Croatian team almost every single player has a Champions League. Let's not pretend like it's such a bomb team.
No. We're not saying it's a terrible team. We're not saying it's Luxembourg. We're comparing.
It's comparing to that Spain team.
Yeah, exactly, and this is the problem, right? You guys are so dishonest. You keep saying, "Oh, are you saying that the Croatian team is horrendous? That they're like Luxembourg?"
They have to lie.
You can't talk about dishonesty when you're operating on hypotheticals as well.
When what we're saying is compare the Croatia team to the Spain team, and the argument ends right there. There is
can I just answer?
And the point, Casey.
Wait, hold on.
And the point I'm making is that club and then Champions League is actually, in my opinion, a far better barometer, because in my opinion, they have had comparable teams in the Champions League. They've had very comparable teams in the Champions League. And Xavi, as a starter, won 2 in his entire career. As a starter, I repeat.
No. But why that's even difficult is how many times did they face each other in the Champions League?
No, but forget it.
Who cares? To have like a great sample size. No. Who cares? Because honestly, what's very key there is we did need to see them face each other several times in the Champions League.
No, not necessarily. No, of course not. So stupid.
Because okay. Can I just
guys, hold up one at a time. Undisputed and then Casey.
It is so easy to destroy.
Casey, can you let the man speak or disputed speak?
The problem is, I don't necessarily think they needed to face each other in the Champions League. They faced the best teams in Europe. For instance, when Xavi goes up against Bayern, he gets bullied. When Modric goes up against Bayern, he bosses the game. It's very different types of styles. Same against Inter Milan, same against Chelsea. It's very certain qualities. Modric has certain qualities that Xavi doesn't have, that which makes him better in these types of games, which makes him a more successful Champions League player. And the Champions League is fundamentally the most level playing field between Modric and Xavi, because, as I said, the international is so lopsided.
No,
it's
not.
The best comparison.
It's so easy. It's so easy to respond.
Okay, Casey. What is your answer?
How many Greek 2004 players get into the Croatia 2018 team?
What?
How many Greek 2004 players get into the 2018 Croatia team? One team is a Euro winner. Other team
it's a miracle.
Okay, hardly any.
Oh,
so
no.
What's the point?
This is what I don't like. When it's my side, like okay, how many 1992 players get into Croatia 2018 team? Like I'm giving
no, many. But the whole point was, for that Greece team, the key thing was amazing tactics and a great coach and great
just defending.
So we can't win.
No. Casey, this isn't Casey.
Wait, hold on, Casey.
Here's the thing. Where does the git argument always go away when we are talking about this bum Modric? Why does it always? And it's not that he dropped it in the final. He dropped it.
Barry.
Okay.
Stop getting so hormonal.
Barry.
I mean, I have some. You don't have any, so it's not my fault.
Oh,
can you?
Sure. You have a lot of estrogen. Pipe down.
Now it's getting.
Can I go after Barry? Because I gotta go after.
Okay. Barry and Ricardo. Barry.
I mean, the IQ of a monkey, and he's talking now. Jesus
oh my God, man!
What the fuck is going on here?
Barry,
man. Yo, just be quiet.
Just relax, guys. It's just football, guys.
Barry.
It's just football.
Okay, Undisputed. With all due respect, your arguments fucking suck, and here's why: you always deal with ifs. No absolutes.
Wait, Barry.
Oh my God, Barry.
Okay, guys, come on, Barry.
He's talking to me. He's literally talking.
Barry.
Nah, Undisputed. You always use if. If Modric has this, if Iniesta didn't have that, or Xavi, I'm dealing with facts, absolutes. I never said once in this stream so far that Croatia is a way better roster than Spain. I never said that. I used the position that they were. When Iniesta was in the final, he did something to give Spain the trophy. Zidane against the freaking R9, the greatest phenomenon in football at the time, against Brazil. He got it done against them. I just want to know, when they were in the same position, when Modric 90 minutes away from the greatest prize ever, what did he do? Give a pass to Pogba for him to score the goal.
The great goal,
I'm
by the
just
way.
saying.
Barry, can I just say,
Can I
if
speak now?
Modric scored, they would have lost that game.
See, this is just
You see,
Okay,
can I speak on this?
hold on. So I said I'll go to Ricardo. I said I'll go to Ricardo.
I don't do ifs.
Ricardo.
I don't do ifs.
I'm just saying.
Wait. I said Ricardo. I said
he would
Ricardo.
have
Then undisputed
still
Ricardo. Then undisputed Ricardo. Then undisputed Ricardo.
Look, I think I hear everybody's part. To be fair, I think I've been fair. Like, I've literally said that Modric is right just behind Xavi. If you want to talk about this century alone, I have him behind Iniesta and Xavi. So, clearly, there's a duality here. Some people believe Modric is higher than Xavi. Xavi is higher than Ding. So really, you're not going to come to I guess a consistently definitive answer. Like, it's either whichever you prefer. To act like one is definitively greater than the other is dishonest. I hear the arguments from Modric. I'm not disputing that. All I hear, one, for the Xavi side, that you're talking about the international side, which is, look, you can say that, yes, Spain had a stack-sided roster, but he was still the standout amongst those stack-sided players. So the fact that you shine that brightly when you're playing with Ramos, Xavi, Iniesta, David Silva, Xavi Alonso, a young Busquets, Casillas, bro, you can't act like that ain't nothing, bro. Like, come on. When it comes to the Champions League side of things, Modric got that. You know, one thing I don't see anybody talk about is La Ligas. And if you want to talk about sheer consistency, league titles have always been the sheer measure of how consistent you were and how dominant you were. Now, we can say that, well, Xavi played with Messi. Okay, that's fair. Messi's arguably the greatest league player of all time. And then if you want to talk about Champions League, don't a lot of people say Cristiano Ronaldo is the greatest Champions League player of all time? I mean, let's not try to act like, I'm not that I'm lying. Now, if you want to talk about league titles, Xavi has 8 league titles. The first one, debut season, not really counting that. 04-05, I think that's the one he actually played like 30 plus games, and the one after he tore his ACL, so he was out. I think that's the season they won the Champions League, so I think that's the season he was out. But from 08 to 2013, I think the one Mourinho has won in between.
Yeah, Max.
He was clear cut the best midfielder in the world, and he was dominating La Liga while Cristiano Ronaldo was there. And the reason why it's hard to even compare is because Modric comes after that. And if you want to talk about Modric's league titles, the only league titles he has is 16-17, 19-18, 19-20, 21-22, 22-24 that he won last year, the one last year. How much credit are we going to put in that? Because if we're going to put credit on that, might as well give credit for some of Xavi's titles that I'm not putting credit for. Like his last, the 14-15 in the treble, because he still played 30 plus games. Sure, some of them could have been garbage time minutes, but he still played and contributed. Matter of fact, I think they have like the same amount of goals in those league campaigns as well. So Xavi is clear cut a better league player than he ever was, and that's a better measure of consistency because you're actually playing the same teams. Whereas in the Champions League, you're not playing the same teams all the time. Sometimes you get Mickey Mouse runs, sometimes you get hard runs. You're not playing the same teams. So I'm sorry, like, if you can't, I want to hear Undisputed or what's his name, is Nomad argue against the league for it, because it seems when it comes to league stuff, it gets a little spooky for Real Madrid.
I do think that specifically, right? I think what I want to get back to one argument about hypotheticals or whatever, right?
All right, so you're evading what I just said.
That's
I gotta go. I gotta go. All right, later, man.
This is
I gotta go. Have a good stream. Have a good stream, HH.
Quite a few different people have attacked me, so I need to respond to all of them. First of all, there's like, oh, Greece won it once. Therefore, the talent difference between Spain and Croatia doesn't matter at all because Greece had an underdog story once. That's a terrible, terrible argument.
Yeah,
altogether. The fundamental reason to why I put so much focus on the Champions League is because they had similar quality teams. They did. First of all, they did. If anything, I would argue Xavi probably had slightly better forwards. He had MSN. He played with, but before that, he also played with Eto'o, Ronaldinho, David Villa, obviously Messi. I think Xavi probably Henry as well. I think Xavi had better attackers to feed. And still, he was substantially less successful in the Champions League. And the reason why the Champions League is such an important barometer of like how I measure players is because you are up against the best of the best. Sure, you can say Xavi is better at beating up on Celta Vigo than Modric is. Yeah, sure he is. But who would you rather have at Bayern Munich away? Modric, of course. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows this. He's way better off the ball. He can play football in multiple ways. Xavi is very one-dimensional. When Xavi can't play football the way he wants, he gets bullied. Modric can adapt much better to different situations. So that's a big reason as to why I put so much emphasis on the Champions League and why I think that. And also, like, oh, Modric didn't score in the World Cup final like Iniesta did. First of all, if Modric scored, it would be 4-3, and they still would have lost because the Croatia fundamentally as a team was not good enough. The defense of Croatia, the defenders and the goalkeeper of Croatia are not good enough to contain France.
And also remember, and this takes much away from Iniesta because that was still an amazing clutch moment made for Iniesta, but it was against 10 men. It was against 10 men, but still, it's taken away from Iniesta's amazing moment.
Yes, but Barry, first of all, why is it that anything I say even remotely complicated, you respond with what? Like your brain has just been fried.
Nah.
Let's not get personal, guys. We don't need any personal attacks here. Let's keep this simple.
Undisputed, because you always do ifs. You always do hypotheticals.
What are you talking about? This is basic common knowledge.
It's true, man. Everyone is saying this, bro.
Okay, just make your points. Just make your points.
Modric needed to score a hat-trick for Croatia to win that World Cup final because basically they needed 3 goals. They needed to make it 5-4. So this is completely like meaningless. Like Croatia is a far worse team. Like they don't have defenders even close to Ramos, Puyol, a goalkeeper close to Casillas, who by the way saved a 1-on-1 in regular time. Whereas this Croatian bum goalkeeper was just getting beaten by like soft shots from Mbappe. It's not even a remotely a fair comparison. And the most annoying part of the Croatia-Spain comparison, right, is that everyone in this hangout deep inside knows it's a lie. They know it's fundamentally dishonest. They know Spain was by far the best team from 2008 to 2012, by far the most stacked team in the world, and they know how meaningless and stupid the argument is when like a bunch of average Argentinian midfielders have all the same trophies that the Spanish golden generation does, but they still push it. And the reason why they push it is because other than that, Xavi has nothing on Modric. He's a worse footballer. He has a worse Champions League career. He has worse longevity. So the only thing they can really do is this international argument, which they know is bullshit.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Okay. No matter. I think it's going to no.
Just one question. I'm done after I'm leaving.
Okay, Barry, what's the question?
So if Croatia was so bad, if the goalkeeper, if the defense was so bad, how the hell did they manage to get in the World Cup final in the first place?
Well, because they managed to beat the teams that were before them. That doesn't change.
Like England, Russia.
Well, that doesn't change the fact that they can.
But they're bums. So
dude, listen to me, you fucking moron. They conceded.
Oh my god! Okay, guys. Okay, no. Guys, we can have an argument. Hold up. We can have a debate without having personal attacks. I am not going to have anybody calling anybody stupid, a bum, or anything like that. I'm not going to have any personal attacks. That's not happening. Okay, that's not happening.
I asked the simple question. You call me a bum. That's what I'm saying.
They conceded 4 goals in 90 minutes. What do you want me to say? Like how Spain? I don't even think they conceded 4 goals in every single knockout.
Who was the sponsor for the third goal? Who was the sponsor?
Wait. Hold on. So Nomad, make your point. Okay, no, what's your point? Come see Nomad. So what's your point?
Yeah.
Make your point.
Don't be rattled or disputed, man. Don't be rattled.
Can you listen? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. It is like I said, like Iniesta is better than Modric. Like I'm not disputing that. He is. But when it comes to Xavi, it's a debate because Xavi obviously has the international trophies,
of course,
which Modric was never going to have because he plays for Croatia. He was never going to have them. So, and if you compare it with some freak anomalies like Greece and Denmark, I think that's just disingenuous because those are like freak occurrences which happen like once in a lifetime. And I think using them as precedents is like dishonest. So, but here's the thing, my main point is why we're actually having this discussion is because of tonight's performance. He's still doing it. And he's maybe like a year or 2 younger than Iniesta, and he's still at the topmost club, appearing in the topmost club competition. And he's still
the longevity is crazy.
and he's still asking for that extension from Florentino Perez so that he can still make that World Cup next season. He's still doing it. He's going to be 40, 41. And that's my argument isn't about the accolades or about the resume or about the moments or he has that. And even for Croatia, what he did, we respect it because it's God. Because he's not like Neymar, who played for the most successful international national team of in football and has an empty trophy cabinet. No, he plays for Croatia, which is what's the population? It's like it's a tiny, tiny
three
country.
million. Did you know Croatia has a smaller population than the city of Madrid, by the way?
And London.
Exactly. So I think internationally what he did itself, and he still is most likely to appear in the next World Cup. I think that's commendable, but because it shows a kind of commitment
No, I mean,
longevity and consistency.
Him just leading them to a World Cup final in itself was insane. For a country like, I think the only smaller country to reach a final and win a World Cup was Uruguay back in the 30s when they were like, what, 7, 8 teams. So for a team that small to reach a final is insane.
Okay, can I respond?
So this is.
Oh no.
Casey doesn't respond.
So this is what I was talking about. Like Toni Kroos has a World Cup. He was one of the best midfielders in that World Cup, one of the best midfielders in that UCL final. World Cup final. Trouble with Bayern Munich. Three-peat with Real Madrid in the UCL. League titles in Germany as well as Spain. All he doesn't have is the Ballon d'Or, which Modric has, and he has 6 UCLs. Probably could have 7 UCLs, the most of any footballer on this planet.
But no, what I've always said about Toni Kroos
and the Ballon d'Or. No, let me land.
Okay.
And Zidane is the only midfielder who has completed football, including the Ballon d'Or. The only footballer. Only midfielder.
Can I just respond? Like, there's so many lies.
So you must have something. I mean, you must have something which makes you unique. You can't just say someone has done these 5 things and the player I support has done those 5 things, but in a better way. No. What is that extra that you have that no one else has? Give me that. Show me that. That makes you unique. You can't just say, I'm better at what everyone else is doing by a bit much. No. What is it that makes you unique? What is it that you have done which no one else can ever do or will ever
wait, hold on. I'm gonna Bhupinder, because you haven't spoken yet. Bhupinder, talk to me. Bhupinder.
AJ, for me, I would say I prefer Modric over Xavi and Iniesta, but not in terms of I think he's better. I just prefer him because of the playing style, how he is on the eye. I think he's maybe also someone who I think could play even a defensive role if the coach says to. Like, I don't think an Iniesta or Xavi could do that, but it has to be said that even though the World Cup run of Modric was impressive, you have also to say that what Xavi did that in that World Cup or in that period to be exact, for Spain, it was when Germany were pretty good, Netherlands were pretty good, Brazil were decent. Italy made that Euro final, were pretty decent, and for that World Cup, let's be real, Croatia don't make it that far if all those big teams, I think personally, have a better World Cup. That's my opinion, because I think that route that they have to the final was also pretty fortunate. They played Russia, they played England, who reached their first semifinal in like 60 years.
But they have to beat them. I think
of course,
they had to beat them.
They had to beat them, but but for Xavi and Iniesta, the way they impacted that Spain team, because let's be clear, I think you can't replace Modric in the Croatian side, but also you can't replace Xavi or Iniesta in that Spain side. I think everyone else in that team is replaceable, but these two, maybe alongside with Busquets, they aren't replaceable. But the longevity factor of Modric is pretty impressive, especially if you now look at it. He always played, with Toni Kroos and Casemiro, and now he's doing it with, which are pretty good players, but
Dani
still,
Ceballos, Camavinga, something Tchouaméni. So
yeah, so he is I think more, how do you call it, more adaptable in that term. Of course, Xavi and Iniesta didn't have to adapt to that because they were the best midfield.
And also Spain and Barca were pretty much a similar system. So
of course, but that's something I appreciate a lot when it comes to Modric. So, but it's pretty difficult to compare because you can also say Modric played in an era which was more intense, I would say, because the especially the latter part of the 2010s, I think the football got more intense. If you look at Liverpool, if you look at Bayern 2020, and so I don't know how Xavi or Iniesta
I need to get this. So shout out to Aragon. Modric had a good path to reach the Euro 2016 final and win it. Portugal, Poland, Wales, and the beautiful France team. Why don't more people talk about this?
Because what's the population of Portugal?
No, that's true. That's true.
No.
Portugal?
Yeah, and what do you mean the population? I swear Portugal have a bigger population than Croatia.
It's 70 million, I think.
Portugal has triple the population of Croatia.
Yeah, it's a small country. My point is that.
No. But my thing, okay, it's a small country, but Croatia has a population less than most cities. So, but hold on. So, responding to Aragon's points is, they flopped there, but it still doesn't negate to what he did at the 2018 World Cup, which is to play that well and to be arguably the best player at a World Cup with a Croatia team like that, who nobody had making or coming close to a final, is super impressive. So every career you show me has W's and has L's. Every career has W's and L's. Even the great Messi has L's. Everybody has their L's. So this was also an L for Modric, 100%. That's they could have won it. But the flip side is 20 similar to Belgium. Belgium just were not ready in 2016. They had the talent, but they're not ready. But 2018 was just a culmination of that talent. So for Croatia, 2018 was just a culmination of that talent that they were all building up towards. That began in 20. They began in
2012. Yeah,
2012. Wait. Was Modric in 08 or no?
Yeah, he was. He was.
But wait, was Mandzukic in 08?
No, but Modric.
So I think 2012. So 2012.
Modric was in that England game where they didn't qualify.
So I think the 2012 was the generation that then culminated in, of course, 2018. So shout out to Whimsical. Thank you for the Whimsical, man. So what if we switch Xavi and Modric and see who performs better? Reckon it will be Modric. Shouldn't that be a factor on who is a better player? Of course, I've not seen a player control a game like Xavi did. But you see, for me, we are going to be... Here's my thing. We are never going to come to a consensus here because I think guys have different qualities. But all I'll say is this. And my thing is that I do believe that Modric is a lot more dynamic and can be put in any system and adapt.
Yes,
and I just believe that. Hold up. I just believe that Modric is more adaptable than Xavi and Iniesta based on the skill sets he has. But because he's more adaptable, it doesn't take away Xavi. Hey, Casey, can I just make a point? It doesn't take away anything that Xavi and Iniesta. Because here's my thing: as long as you're amazing at what you are, it's great. If you're a system merchant, fine. It doesn't take anything as long as you maximize that system.
None of that is true, but
that's fine. But Modric, 100%, you put him in any system, like Pirlo, I know that his skill set has shown that he can adapt and can manage to just chameleon his way into whatever system, whether it's defensive, attack, possession, or whatever.
Okay,
guys, guys, we're going to be here forever. Guys, it's the real.
Come on, man.
It's the real. No.
much.